get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Morocco, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today? Yes, what you about today?
Yeah, mobile, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South Man. Charges on the
Gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for salvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon.
I hope first I get with him. No, I didn't.
If you eat congratulate my brother to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio to
Falling
spoon.
in, falling.
Yeah, to spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today? Yes, what you about today? Você tu. Spoon TV. Spoon it. Para bari bari ba. Spoon. Skibidi bidi da baro. Spoon TV. Spoon entertainment. Kua 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 kua. Você kua 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 kudileo. Kua kua kudileo. Todo spoon. Yes, I true. Todo spoon. Yes, I true. Batile, batileo. Spoon, spoon television. Yes, I true. Batileo. Spoon, spoon radio station. Yeah. Spoon television.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEOs, then coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
Todo spoon to get your information. Todo spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kepa, congratulate my brother, to spoon.
Okay, so it's another great day in Monrovia, and I'd like to say welcome to the program. This is the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. I want to say welcome to you across Liberia. Thanks for always being here with us on the program. This is where we gather every evening, every night, or we say every morning here in Liberia, with diverse views to talk about the unfoldings in the country. And regardless of the different political sides that you all find yourselves on, based on the fact that you are a Liberian and you mean well for this country, you're always welcome here. And every single person has a space right here on the late night show. This is a platform that gives a voice to every single person out there. And so, I want to say welcome again to the program. My name is Nelson Colette. We are live on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're live on Fabric 101.1 FM. We're live on Super 95.5 FM as well. And we're also live on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. I want to say thanks for joining us again on another edition of the program. We started up since Monday. Of course, we're here again tonight for the last edition of the program for this week. And then we'll be coming back next week, of course, to get you another edition of the program. So welcome. Let's hope we can have a great show tonight. Firstly, let me say to all of you, our ardent followers, as you come on tonight, please share the show, share the program on the pages and on Facebook, on the WhatsApp groups, and all of those different platforms. So we have a great show here tonight. And I want to say that the link is also in the comment section. Maybe I should repost the link Cherio Sege. Cherio Sege says, I don't pick your calls. No, it's not intentional, brother. Sometimes the calls are too many, and it's even difficult to figure out who's calling and all of that. So, Cherry, thanks for joining the show tonight. Thanks for joining the late night show. Yeah, maybe I should welcome a few of you here tonight. Maybe I should do this. So, Cherry, thanks for joining us. Soiree, thanks for joining us. Philip Bala, thanks for joining us. Sir Momo B Narma, thanks for joining us as well. Yeah, let me say thanks to everyone who have joined us tonight on the late night show. Yeah, just share this program, people. Just share the show. All right. So let me bring in my co-moderator, Moba Zokia. And the man says today is weekend. So he had earlier informed me that he wasn't going to be here because today is weekend. But I'm glad that I'm seeing. Oh, but Moba, what's happening? Why is your stuff like that? There seems to be an issue with Moba's gadget. So let's hope we can have it fixed, and then we'll move on to bring in our brother AB. Abraham, thanks for joining us on the show. It's great to have you here, brother.
Thank you.
And then we'll go across to bring in Jerry Nima. The man is from Palokin. Honestly, I like the way you guys from the southeast poking to everything. Palokin, Kawakin. And you don't say there's a particular tune that everything goes with. Palo, Kalo, la lo, Yeah, but Jerry, thanks for joining us tonight.
It's a pleasure. My man, AB, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, not bad. How yourself, Jerry?
Jerry, are you from Palokin or Kalokin? Which are they low?
I'm from Palokin.
I'm from Palokin.
Yeah.
But why you guys always are the king to say Palo? Everything has all the words and the way you name those places. It has a unique.
If I decide to explain, it will take an entire analysis.
Huh?
No, I'll come back to you. But listen, maybe I think you've noticed this yourself. Everything about the southeast. The first time I heard about a place was.
Can you guys please share the show? Please share the show.
I just shared the show.
Oh, okay.
Kawakin.
Kawakin, yeah.
Dr. Kevin, thanks for joining us tonight on the show. Welcome. Kawakin. Then you got Pelo. Jerry is from Pelokin. But they got different kin. Southeastern. Is it that all your places have to have a kin, some kind of kin, or what?
I believe that areas have a historical, origin, that they have a historical name, and that's the reason why. The reason why I strongly believe that that name came from some kind of something. I just believe so. Yeah.
Can means like this is a town. That's a generic expression that
a generic name.
Town.
Yeah.
Why everything
settlement? When a Grable, kind of setting.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the way the Baza book and say bleed, but bleed, they are bleed.
I hear I bleed in Baza as compared to the King I can hear from.
Yeah. They go from
Eastern region. Almost everything has a king.
Solid can, Plebo.
Very good. Solid can.
Solid can, Plebo, Jason, Grand Dealer.
But again, it's good to be here. I think that's the uniqueness of the Southeastern.
My man got to visit us out.
And Jerry, you said you're from where again?
My man got to carry me on. You got to carry me on.
I beg you. Someone JB first.
Hospitality. We are regional hospitality.
You want to make?
Don't worry.
You want to make 1 week on that road?
Were you
getting serious?
When you chopper, the same chopper drug we are you when you say.
Who gave you right to the chopper in the first place?
My man will get it. Team
You,
the
you see,
team
you
ran
see,
everything
Dr.
ran to FP
Cassell,
there.
Dr. Cassell, Dr. Cassell fought to bring that chopper in the country, and then it didn't work out. It didn't materialize. I think a lot of you here follow that development, right? When Dr.
Right.
Daniel
Yeah,
E. Cassell
yeah, yeah.
tried to
Sure.
bring in the
But you know the
helicopter
government,
in
yeah, it was
helicopter to
not
the
right, man.
country,
Issue,
and then
issue.
in the process, yeah, I'm coming. In the process, they did all the paperwork, everything, the aviation authority from neighboring countries and all of that. But then it got to a place where our own aviation authority here got involved, and then they said uh, the flight or the helicopter that Dr. Cassell intended bringing to the country did not it did not meet the minimum safety requirement to fly or to access the airspace of our country, and then there was back and forth, and then the helicopter did not come throughout under the stewardship of Dr. Cassell when he was political leader of the how do you call it LPP, right?
People Liberation Party.
P
People Liberation Party.
Yeah, PLP,
Yeah.
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 Helicopter
Okay.
did
Right.
not come to the country. The PLP would have been the first political party to
I think,
bring
I
their
think, I think.
own. I'm not talking about a rented, or what have you, but their own helicopter, you know, for campaign purpose and what have you. But again,
But
well,
but but it's not looking surprising to you that it was a same political party that pledged support to the CDC.
and that's exactly, and
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's why everybody should pray for long life. Everybody should pray for long life because when you're gone, some of the things that you kick against some of the things that you think are below your your minimum standards for life, or some of those people that you think are not supposed to be in your space, access your this and that. When you're gone,
But
you have absolutely no
you
control
know
over
that the CDC
whoever
already coming.
knew.
You know that the CDC already coming benefit from that helicopter.
No, but at the time, if
No,
the
I mean
helicopter
now.
had
I mean
come.
now. I mean before, like now, because they
But,
already
but
in.
Baba, what are you talking about? Why are you carrying us behind?
No, but I'm telling you now, like if they're coming accept it, the CDC coming
No,
benefit from
no,
from,
Baba.
from,
Anyway,
from
I
the
don't want to
helicopter.
go there, but don't
You
carry
see
us
it?
behind. That whole helicopter story, don't carry us behind. I won't go to that other side. So let's not divert.
Let me leave. I'm not
No,
putting into the ratio again here. No,
yeah, don't say the CDC was going to benefit.
they're coming benefit.
Anyway, let's leave that. But it's great to be here. It's good to be here again, and I want to welcome everyone. I don't see the females on tonight.
They will come.
Anthony came in, and he's out again. Anthony, why are you always coming in and going out?
He talking somewhere. Yeah, making beyond 3 shows in one. When the other one we had to go there, move over there, go on the other one. So he can be confused.
Okay, so it's good to be here again. But something very interesting happened today. I have heard consistently about this information about people buying voter registration cards, and I think all of you here have heard of that as well. That this information about people buying voter registration cards across the country, and it came up even before the just ended election, the October 10th polls, when folks were going around in communities reportedly and getting the number from the voter registration card. They just needed the number, and at a point, so many people were concerned, even including me, as to Okay, what sort of difference does this make? Okay, you go to the community, you ask for my voter registration card. I gave you the card, you take the serial number, and my card remains with me. So the expectation was that no matter where that person carries the card, I, as an eligible voter, will still be able to vote. But for everything that happens, there's an intent. If someone, especially in the case where someone is spending money, or a politician, let's put it that way, the politician is spending money in any given situation, there's something they expect in return. So, though people were confused about it, but it didn't get to so many people until they went on October 10th to vote. They got at the centers and they saw that their names have already been marked when they had not gone to, at the centers ever to vote. But when they reached there that morning, some of them during the afternoon hours, they saw that their names have already been checked, indicating that they voted. And some of those people were very concerned. How did this happen? How can it be that I'm seeing a check mark to my name when I've not come here to vote? Well, whichever way you pull it, they went up, they came down. Next says until there can be a formal complaint from those individuals, maybe like 10, 15 of them come together and file a formal complaint to the National Elections Commission. As far as they know, it's just something that is in the media and they can't do anything about it. But as we move to the second round, I don't know how many of you have received these kinds of information as well, but we are starting to get information about individuals purchasing voter registration cards. Not just that they're purchasing it, but they are also taking those cards from the people for whatever reason. Some information has it that they want to burn them. Some information has it that they just want to keep it, and during the day of voting, they give it back to them. And so today we had a situation in the District 10 area in this environment about some individuals who were caught. They gathered at a particular destination and they were told to go there with their voter registration card, that they will be given 50 USD each. Now, but the particular politician who called those individuals did not say that he was purchasing or he's going to purchase the voter registration card. But the message was that the cars, those going there should go with their voter registration cards, mark their names, and they will be giving money to business or what have you. And then a lot of those individuals gathered today. So many of them. At another destination, at another location today, in the same District 10, the folks gathered again in their numbers. But then when the organizers got to realize that people, like the information leaked, then they dispersed the whole thing and told the guys that they will reassemble or reorganize it so that they make sure that they give them what they have for them and get the voter registration cards. But the concern is, why are these people getting voter registration cards now? Now, at this stage, I will not want to go into certain details, but why, in the first place, what sort of message does this send? That a politician or a supporter of a particular political party goes to a community, assembles the residents of that community, and maybe asking them to give their voter registration card for X amount of dollars. What sort of message does that send? What could be the motive of this whole, playing or whatever? What could be the motive? Okay, because the thing is, no one votes for another person. If you went at the polling center, for example, any of the polling places or at the precincts, it is you whose photo is on that ID card that's going to vote. Why do these people need a voter registration card from our people? How do they intend to use it? And then maybe the next thing is, why are people in the first place giving their voter registration cards to these people, or allowing these people to take down the serial number of their voter registration cards for little or nothing? Some of the money, some of the folks we spoke with today at one of the locations where this situation was going on, the guy said, if you even give me $30 nana, if you convert $30 to Liberian dollar, that plenty of money. My brother, I just waiting for my own $30. Somebody give me $30 right now. I go do my project. But why are these people giving their voter? Is it due to the lack of adequate education on how important the voter registration card is? Or are these people doing it because they're under pressure, they're under stress, the economic situation in the country? If you were to say something to those people, if you were to speak to them, maybe some of them are listening right now, what would you say to these people, especially now that we are at a very crucial stage? We are going to a second round. Let's speak to this voter registration card issue, and then we can move to our next discussion. I know we're not going to be long on it because we're just few here. And then so we'd like to start with you, Jerry.
Yeah, thank you. Like for these general elections, some of us are distant. We are able to get a card, but the card is very important. It is your power. So I do not understand why people will even attempt to give their card to anybody, or those that decide, to collect people's card. I'm much more concerned about the intent in these democratic processes, because we are going to elections. What is the intent that you decide to collect people's card? My people, let me put it this way. Why are you giving your card out? This card is your national identity. This card is your power. This card is the one that you use. The way you are not certified with Buffer Chimo in Harper and you pull Anthony Willen there. The way you are not certified with Akara Green District A. And the card you can use. If you don't get a card, all the things you'll be talking are so black. So it's better. But the intent, we have to pay attention. We need to stop those that are buying voter cards. What are you doing? You want to cause chaos in this country, because people cannot register and then you go and collect their card in the name of doing what with it. Because let me tell you, even at the center where people start voting for people, I think we have to be more vigilant this time. But it is extremely sad in our part of the world that people be buying voter registration card. If you give your card out of me, all the things you're talking, you get no power, you get nothing absolutely. Because even after these elections, some places you want to go, you will not get a card. And you need your national identity. So it's unfortunate, but we are much more concerned about the intent. But if you get your card out, let's leave the election business. But it means that you have given out your rights, your national identity. So those that are buying the cards, we need to arrest them and need to be prosecuted, because it is wrong to purchase somebody's card.
Jerry, let's look at even the individuals that are giving the cards out. Why do you think these people are giving their cards out for as low as 25, 20, and 50 United States dollars?
Yeah, they don't know the value of the card. And besides that, the level of poverty that have been distributed under the weird government. And we have distributed more poverty than any president in the history of our country. So if you see these people, you keep them in destitution, you suffering them, so you can say anything to them. You think somebody can come to Melague Yeah, you may not have money, but at least you have you can draw, you can dichotomize, the issue. So nobody will come to you and say, no, simply give me your car, let me buy it. But they are exploiting the limitation of our people and the poverty that they have, and kept them in. So I mean, that's the advantage that they have over them. But the intention is, why are you taking the people cards? What you want to do with it? We are in electionary period. You cannot take somebody's card, especially when we are encouraging people to turn out to vote. It said that the CDC that have noticed that they're going to lose this election. We heard about buying voter cards before the run-up situation, before the whole elections. Now they are buying cards again. Where is the Liberia National Police? Where are the security apparatus, joint security that is sure that they're going to protect every citizen? If there is an alarm, they will not be on the site, but they will be sitting down somewhere having jamboree and party and pretending as if they are not seeing it. But these things are the ones that actually ignite, a clamorous demonstration. Then people will say, people let to get in the street. Why you be collecting people cars?
Now, someone following the conversation, Momo Tama says, and I think he's speaking to the serial number situation. He says they use the numbers to create fake voters card and then use them to vote. Could this be the reason why some people went at some of the centers and saw their names already checked when they have not voted yet?
Of course. So you see, it's whole election related. Is that something that they want to go merry-make with? The intention is to purchase and go and vote for people. And that's why we, the political parties, we're supposed to be very vigilant, because nobody should go there and vote for people. Nobody should go at the center to vote for people. These are some of the things we experience in the Southeast. Where Mantown voted, there was some complaint that the result that came from there, now what result? And now what result? Because we voted for the Joseph Walker man, and this, that, it was one of the centers that he won in River D, right near Fakestown. They call that a prison, I think, Concan, public school or so. So people are concerned. So these are some of the things that the foundation that they are laying to ensure that they cheat these processes and undermine our democratic process. But these things will be resisted. We are telling our people, don't give your card to these criminals. Don't give your card to these people. These people will come and buy your card and take 6 years to run private jet, take 6 years to enjoy, take 6 years to do everything while you are in poverty, why you cannot afford your school fees, why you cannot do anything. And that's the reason why we tell you, we from the Unity Party and the Rescue Mission, we are clear. We are not buying nobody voter card. We educate you. Come and vote for Joseph Walker so that we all can build this country. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Let's hold you there, Jerry. Abby, let's hear from you. You have been following this situation. I know this is not the first time hearing about voter registration cards being bought by politicians in the country. What's your take on this? What can you say to the individuals involved, the political actors, and even the individuals who are selling those voter registration cards? And why do you think they're selling it in the first place?
One will say, and not because of education, it's because of striking poverty. It's because our people are Yapa. Yapa is in the bedroom with our brothers and sisters. So at the end result, can you imagine they're telling you that they will be able to give $50 for a business for me to go run project? For God in heaven's sake. How much project will $30 run? How much business will $30 or $50 give you? Now, the aspect, the main reason why the seditions, and I will say sedition because I have a fact. I have a fact to it. It happened to one of my friend and brother in Gibi, in my Gibi. So the seditions, they are going to JMB stronghold. They are not doing this thing in the Southeast. They are doing it in Maserado, where JMB were leading them. When you hear about district number 10, because district number 10 populations is more than some of the counties in the Southeast. So you will find out that JMB wasn't a leader. So they are going to purchase the voter registration card. And one of the things that they will do is that this guy that they will go purchase the card number. It is a number that they are after. It is not the card. It is a number. Because that number is unique. So at the end result, when they get those numbers, they're having somebody within a system of NEC. They're having someone. That's the reason why that someone will go, and then the person name will be marked, check that the person have come to vote. It's because they're having someone within a system that all the number that they will collect, all they will do to give it out to that person, and that person will go check all of them. You go to the election days, you go to for second round, you go there to go vote. Your case are their case. So we know that what the citizens are doing, and that's the reason why I will applaud this network for consultation our friends and brothers, for our sisters, because their kind of discussions will throw light.
So, Abby, if you were to say to someone right now listening to you, if you were to give that person reasons why they should not sell their voter registration card, what would those reasons be?
I mean, the first thing first that the voter registration card is not just a voter card. It's a national identity. It's a unique card. Right now, we before 2005, the National Election Commission gave us some plaster-looking card. But now this is a computerized card. Do you know that in the absence of your passport, while you crossing borders, do you know that you can be able to use your identification card? So this identification card is very, very important. So I'm asking my brothers and sisters at this point that even the man can say they bring you 100,000. Please don't do it. Please don't do it, because that card is a unique card, and the serious number on that card is very, very unique, and only one person is entitled to their serious numbers. Everyone's serious number is different. So I'm asking our brothers and sisters on this network to please, anyone who comes to you to tell you to give your identification card to them, report it to the national police, report it to your party, report it to the national police. Call someone, let the person be exposed.
Thank you very much. Now let's move to Dr. Kelvin. Dr. Kelvin, welcome to the show, and let's hear your take on this issue.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kula, and greetings to
welcome as well.
Greetings to fellow panelists and to the people listening to us in Liberia and in the diaspora. The reason that you see people are buying the voter registration card is part of the strategy of the CDC. It is part of the strategy of the CDC. And it doesn't only stop there. They have another strategy also. The strategy also is to give money and to produce rice, to give the people rice in the community. They give them half bag of rice. They voluntarily give them t-shirt and that cap they can put on. I was given about 2 t-shirts. So I took it and left it in the drawer. What am I going to do with that? I put it in the drawer. And my wife was in the area, in the place one time, and they said that she said they were going for rice. I said, just take the rice. You can take the rice. Like some of our other brothers said, there are some money they will give you. They'll take it free. You don't have to pay. You don't have to work for it, because that money belongs to you. Now, speaking on the voter registration card, there are 2 reasons why they will take that. They want to take the card from you. They want to get the serious number for other people to vote on it, or they want to limit the vote. They want to limit the vote of, especially in the stronghold one Mr. Kamara talk about, of the UP. like in District 10, where Yaga Korva is. They already know. They want to limit the vote. So we will urge our Liberian people. I would like to give some advice to my people in Liberia. So, I understand that the people know that there are many people hungry for a long time. They know that they get no job. Like my Oma in Alfie Highway told me, he said her husband go to work. He been working for 6 months, but he can't get no pay. He said when he come home, she said she never see $100 from him. He said sometimes when he come in, he bring that half bag of rest, that 25K what he can buy for $20. She said he was he credit it, and then credit it 1 year old. So I told her, don't blame him. It's what the system is like. It is meant to make you look a slave, to become a beggar. So this is why we are urging every one of you guys in Liberians. This is about the soul of Liberia. Let us fight to liberate this country for these gangsters. These are complete gangsters that are gathered together to rob this nation, and you can see it. Now they are using money. They don't mind using more than 100 million. They will give you guys money, little, to run another 6 years. Exploit our nation. Imagine somebody giving a mountain of our resources of 50 million. Wow. So now be caution on this. Liberians, my people, young people, and old people.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Swari, and then we'll move to Moba.
Good morning. I'd like to say good morning to all of my fellow panelists and to Liberia in Radio Line. Thanks to you, Nursing, for having this unique topic to enlighten our people minds on basic issue. Issue that we expose the CDC on a daily basis. You see, like the data share on the show, these are strategies, but strategy that has been exposed because this government massively failed. So at the end of the day, they're going to do things that will always expose them. These are things that we even been hearing before, during the initial stage of these elections, that people could have been bought, and you share some experience. I can tell you this, for where I was in District 2, there were many who were complaining that their name has already been marked. And when we talk about irregularity in elections, it starts from these areas. These are just basic fundamental area that it starts from. The irregularity aspect of election is always based by cohort. You see, next stars workers are in cohort with politicians. And we don't want to miss our warning. I know you came from the journalistic aspect. You don't want to just call anybody name. Nobody absolutely would do this. It is the CDC that has important people all around the place to buy people card.
But like why do you think the CDC will want to do this?
What I think the CDC will want to do, because the CDC has massively failed. They have no other means to get the Liberian people vote, but rather to abuse them with money, to abuse them to get another 6 years, wherein they will come in power to steal, they will come in power to do some of these cosmetic things that they've been doing over the past brother. They has nothing to show the Liberian people, so they will turn on the part of buying their card, abusing them to go and get vote, or to manipulate the system to get the kind of a vote to win the election. That is what I think the CDC will do. But what I want to say when you talk about speaking to the minds of young people or people that are involved in these things, what I want to tell you, my young fellow brothers and sisters out there in Radio Land, or whatsoever means that you're listening to this program, this country deserves better. And if this country must make progress, you should understand that your vote, your one vote, it is the vote that will make a change. And that change lives upon your life. Do not give your card to anybody, even to look at it for something in 5 minutes, because we have people all around the place looking at people's card and taking serious number to go and manipulate the system and give vote to Mr. Weir. Understand that 40 or 30 that you're holding, you're going to finish within 2 or 3 days. What will you want to be saying within 5 to 6 years that you wanted to give Mr. Weir again? You want to be calling from another district that you abandoned, or that you abandoned from so county? Let understand that Mr. Weir has no level of capacity now to lead their country. Do not abuse your right. Your right to vote, it is something that you're entitled to, and you must put it there for the right person, who is JMB, the man who stands now to have all of the clean record that we
Thank
think
you.
that he can liberate the countries from this angle. So do not abuse your right of voting by giving your card to different person there. That is what we want to
Thank
tell our brothers and sisters in the line.
Thanks a lot. So let's take Josh, and we'll come to you, Mr. Collison. Toure, welcome to the show, and let me welcome Cindy as well.
It's
And
good to be here.
okay, go ahead. Yeah, so go ahead. Jerry, sorry, not Jerry, but
Josh,
not
call it
Josh,
in.
but it's you, Moba.
Okay. But you didn't call him. You said George. George, so I'm confused. All right.
Sorry, I'm doing two things at the same time here.
CDC already noticed that they lost the election, so they're doing everything possible to get some votes. You understand? You know, CEO explained certain stuff on. Or like similar thing that they on his phone talk. I think it was yesterday or today about Askawa great issues. So now what are people doing? Sometimes they take your voting card, like to say, they're taking people from 7-Eleven, right? They make it in their own card. You just get your name. According to my information, you just get your name, and then they use that identical information on our card, and then make your card and give it to you. That's the reason why they're taking people card. And when you notice that as soon as it happens, when the people go on the line to vote, before they reach to the voting area is already done. What they do is all the people that are listed, they are listed. So when they go to the police station, right? If they already finish trucking them from wherever they're sort of trucking them from, when they go to that identical station, they will get in the voting card. Somebody will be in there already finished, set everything for them. They got to stay online before the person has sort of vote for them. The person already, or maybe the person who they take that identical card from, the person not be able to vote. But I can tell my Liberian people, right? You guys need to be vigilant and put things in place to protect this. For us, we in Liberia, every day we come on the station, we talk to you guys. You guys who on ground. When you see those things there, I'm talking about the journalists because they have no right to, maybe the only thing they can do, they can only record and make interview. But some of y'all, when y'all see those things, y'all come out. Y'all go on live. Y'all make noise. Let people see evidence. Because half of the thing I was saying, people that saying it, but no evidence. Nobody
They should
taking
make some
picture.
noise.
Make some
Are you
noise.
talking about make some noise?
Make some
They
noise for
should
Carbon,
make
right?
some noise.
Make some noise. Let the people come around. You know, Liberia, as soon as somebody ready to make noise, everybody coming. What's going on? What's going on? So, like, we come here every day, we advise our people. But then on the other side, look, Liberia is hard. We know what job we have put our country into. Our country is messed up to the extent that some people who used to make something before, today, they attend to beggar because they can't afford. No jobs. Someone else, they need to go do that 1 or 2 work. Someone that will get a job. They can't. So jobs we are using that advantage, right? They're using our jobs we are using our advantage to cajole our people so they can be able to get a voting card. I'll give you $10 US, I'll give you $20 US, and then end of the day, they use that voting card to manipulate the system. Like my brother Suarez said, somebody with neck, the police, all of them, they're in cohort. They will not come out and say, in what police. The people that
No,
arrested are coming out.
you may not have the evidence to that.
No, anything I say,
What you
I
call
take full
evidence was
responsibility.
staff. I'm not calling you a Muluba. What you call evidence was staff of network was arrested.
That's the place I was going, my brother. That's the place I was going,
This country.
right? All the people they caught doing the election period, where are they? They outside. It's a fraud. They need to be investigated and put behind bar for close to 2 to 3 years. For every day they over there talking about other people. Oh, your own country, Liberia. And not even settle when it comes to justice system is messed up. They put do selected justice. When our opposition was doing those things, they're impressing. When our opposition, they're impressing. But because the police, the people from NEC, the government, they all in cohort. Oh, let me just show the people that will catch the other person. End of the day, you free them. It's wrong.
Thank you.
It's
That's
wrong.
what you there. That's what you there. Thanks a lot, Moma. Mr. Collison, what do you make of this? The selling of voter registration cards by citizens to politicians, and the buying of voter registration cards by politicians. You are muted. Can you unmute?
Thanks
Okay.
for having me on. I want to buttress my brother Mulaba there. First of all, we want to look at, selling your voter's card is wrong in the first place. But we also want to take a look at the criminal justice system. The agents, those agencies that have been established to control crime, they have been compromised, as he just said. So it makes it even difficult. That process is even difficult. So now, selling your voter card, the buyer and the seller, okay, the buyer and the seller, they are undermining the integrity of the electoral process of Liberia. He also made mention of trucking, be it national or international. Liberia is a sovereign nation. No nation. I think if you want to, I want to believe that the border should be closed by now, right? Because of election.
Mhm.
Is that the case? I don't know, but
No. It hasn't. It hasn't reached. It hasn't reached
There's
the
no
point yet.
threat. So until they can
so
close the border.
there's no
No,
threat. Normally, a lot of countries, what they do is they
yeah,
close the border
not
during election
necessarily
time.
for threat. Not
Not
necessarily for
necessary for
threat.
threat. But the point I'm trying to
Sometimes
make here,
on the day of election itself,
uh-huh.
most times it's done where the
Okay.
borders will be closed. And yeah,
But the point I'm trying to make here, Joe Walker is a
maybe
statesman.
you're coming just after him. You're coming. I
Yeah.
think you
The,
want
the point I'm trying to make, Joe Walker being a statesman. If
to.
there's evidence of these things happening, where people crossing the borders and stuff like that, Joe Walker has a right to pick up the phone and call the leader of Guinea and Sierra Leone and express his dissatisfaction with that because it's a crime.
That's a good point.
It's a crime. An omission to act an omission to act against the law is a crime and is attachable to some form of punishment. So what's going on is the undermining of the integrity process of Liberia, and that is unacceptable. Everybody should be condemning that. That's the first thing that everyone across the board, whether you're sedition, you from Unity Party, from what party, the integrity of our nation, we are a serving nation. No one has the right to get involved in the way how things are going right now. That's just my point I want to make.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Abi, you wanted to make a point?
I just wanted to say that since there's no threat for any of this country, so right now the border will be open, but on election days the border is closed on election days.
Maybe to a point there, it's a threat. Undermining the integrity of a sovereign nation is a threat. If you coming from over your border to come and be a part of my election when you are not a citizen of that nation, you and me both, both live in America. If that happens, you and me, we go on. We go on to federal prison. The buyer and the seller.
But
it's wrong. We're not talking about closing the border now. But that act, it's a criminal act. It's against the law to sell your vote. It's against the law to even buy someone's vote.
And I think government.
So therefore, because the criminal justice system in Liberia that's supposed to enforce the law, they are compromised, which is I'll just name the court and the police. There are three major components of the criminal justice system, which the court, police, and corrections. But we are not going far to correction. The police arrest them, the court will not process them. The law, justice will not prevail in our country. So what is happening across the border is an invasion in a way. So guess what? As Boga being a statesman, he has the right to pick up the phone and call the Guinean head of state and call the Sierra Leone head of state and say, look, we're getting sufficient evidence that people from your country are crossing over into our nation and participating in our election. It's a crime. We will not tolerate it. And that's how it's supposed to. But I don't understand. It looks like, I don't know who the lawyers are advising Joe Boga. If I was the one, I would beat this iron hot. I won't let it get cool. Hot.
Wow.
Like a blacksmith.
Thanks a lot. Let's take you to Ray. Go ahead. Let's hear you on this. What do you make of this situation, man?
I see my brother on live today.
Yeah,
My
man.
brother on live today.
I was speaking my dingo on my platform today. But look, Nelson, I mean, I said we haven't heard a lot of
Yeah.
When
It's
you're on your
Wow.
live, you just still go. But
Sherry,
once you,
sorry, not Sherry, but Ture, is terrible with you. So I think we will take Amy while you're trying to set up, and then we will have you going out to talking again.
the man's back.
He's back.
look.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It's like something keep pushing us back and forth. I don't know how much longer we as Liberians, we have to stand up. This has to be a revolt by the citizens themselves. Like, we're not going to tolerate this no more. We're going to be the custodian of our constitution, our democracy. Right? And I don't want it to be like, because here's the thing. Like, in America, we understand one thing and one thing only here. They will not do anything to undermine the fabric of their institutions.
No way.
Right? Whether being Republican or Democrat. We saw what happened in Atlanta, Georgia. That is a red state. That the president trying to, he was looking for, 200 votes or something like that. They put like, nah, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? That's how you have to get to. You don't have to be a sedition or upist to do the right thing, even if that right thing that you're doing that goes against your interests. That's the hallmark of a patriot. All right. Until we can get to a point where, because this thing is not affecting me, so I'm gonna just not give it a clear eye. Then you are not doing yourself a due diligence, and you're not doing your country a due diligence. And I'm saying this, and I'll say this again: for Liberia to work, it's not gonna be because of politicians or these lawmakers, because everything that we know, they are in it for themselves and themselves only. Because you can't have a country where half of the lawmakers have their family overseas. What kind of constitution? I mean, what kind of infrastructure are you building? If your children are going to school in your country, you don't care about the educational system. You don't care because it's not affecting your kids. You tell me, how many of them in there that their children in Liberia, their children are going to school in Liberia? That's why I'll say this. Former president of the Republic of Guinea, Ahmed Sékou Touré did not allow his kids to leave Guinea to go to school anywhere. All his children were educated in Guinea. Because he said, if the reason why I should take my children out of Guinea to send them to school another place, that very reason will put fire under me, that will build institutions that will give the quality education that my children will rather go seek outside. That's how you build institutions. But all our lawmakers then, see, I'm not saying all of them though, but majority of them have their kids overseas.
Of course. Yeah.
So if you start from there, and that will go in the other conversation that we having the last time, when Sandy said making government work unattractive, because the kind of money these guys get over there, that's the only reason why they want to serve. But if they're getting peanut change over there, the intention to actually go towards in public service job and stuff like that will not be sort of like an attraction where you see 21 political candidates or 21 candidates seeking to be president in a country that is over 5.23 million. So yeah, I totally agree. This is a crime. It's a crime for and against the perpetrator and the benefactor. You know what I mean? Either way, those that are trying to buy a voter registration card and those that are benefiting for selling it, they are all violating, voter laws. So they should all be sort of like, you know, charged.
Thank you.
For violating the sanity of our democracy. And neighboring countries also, I totally agree with brother George. Yeah, man, they all need to help. They all need to help. You cannot allow people. I can say this for fact because I grew up in Guinea and I grew up in Gigadu. There are people that left from Gigadu to go vote in Foya. Because Gigadu share border of Foya. People left from there across to go vote. And no
one round.
And no places. You cannot in any way buy yourself into political power. You cannot do it. Because if you do it, guess what? Whatever your intentions are, is to serve in rich, but not do it for the people because you have already purchased yourself into power. People have to vote you in. They will people vote you in. Based on that, you will have this inclination that says, the people voted me in, I'll do it for them. But not buy yourself into power, buying vote here and there. Then you go into power. Then you think you have any inclination to look back, see what the people. Then we are surprised as if though people there for us. I know a lot of people in America here. Some of them took their 401k to go run over there. They full up and now they coming by again, see to do the team 16 over 16. It's true. So like,
Ray. Yeah, more for all men and stop it.
Let's go you there, Ray. And
I'm just saying, right? Or men are gonna take their 401k, Sandy, 401k to go run election. Do you think that man there for the people or he there to
no?
Come on, man, nobody's there.
Thanks a lot, Ray. Let's take you, Ami. Ami, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Hey guys, absolutely, Ray. They won't be there for the people. They're definitely gonna have to get that 401k back to be set for retirement. It is wrong, and like everybody already said, I don't know how much Joe Barker can do about that because he's not the president. I don't know if he clothed with the responsibility to all the authority to be able to pick up the phone and call those other countries and the president to do that. I don't know how possible that is.
He is a political leader of a party. He can do it.
He can do it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then if that's something he can do, then he need to look into it because CDC is not going to do anything. They are doing it. So how can they? How can the convict punish something, right? So they're not going to pay any. And like you said, Mr. Collison, we need to stand up. Liberia people, these people take us to be, Liberians to be. Like, I don't know the word to use. Take them for fun or take them for whatever. And when you say it, like, people should rise up and stand up for that. People, oh, you calling for war? You calling for war? No, it's not war. Uprising and people being angry and said this is enough. It got to stop. We are tired. We are sick of you treating us like we don't know our rights, like we are stupid. It's not war. Okay, stop putting stuff in our people's head. Like when they stand up for that rights, then somebody bringing war, and it's really upsets me when they're doing when people are doing that. When somebody says we're not gonna take it, it's gonna be a trouble. Oh, they're beating war drum. Oh, they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
That is ridiculous. You scaring people into thinking that they should just sit there and allow whatever happens to happen to them. And the court system doesn't work. That we all just said they arrested how many people already? Go to the president and see how many of those people are still there. None. Okay? They just do it for the camera and that's it. So it's wrong. And it's not going to be nothing going to get done.
I mean, sorry. Let me hold you there. Let me bring this in a bit.
Wow. That's the evidence. That's what I wanted. And thank God our president did a great job.
What was that?
To that president.
Can I say something real quick, guys? I don't want to interrupt. Let me tell you something.
Unbelievable.
it is sitting leader of that nation. Let me tell you guys something. And we live in I think most of us live in America. We know how much this country respects her democracy. And we know how much this country respects her citizens. If a certain leader sees and hears with evidence about these things and he doesn't act, that is an impeachable offense.
So where?
Look, we are Liberians first. This thing is upsetting me to the core.
Wow.
To the core. You guys don't even know how I am hurt. So here is alleged that poor father bring how it name?
Thomas.
Someone father bringing people from Guinea or Sierra Leone. I don't care if he even won the election.
We're gonna talk about the trucking.
He should be tried. He should be tried. He should be tried. If convicted, he should never hold public office again, ever in his life.
Where that brother will happy. Like,
look,
Absolutely,
we need that Liberia. We need that Liberia, and that's the Liberia we're fighting for, AB, and we'll get there one day.
Okay, please don't hijack.
Yeah, that's me.
What the location of that place?
No.
For security reasons,
it's in District 10. That's what I can say.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Right?
That's fine.
So, Baba, go ahead, Emmy. Lend your thoughts on this.
What was that a transaction of people buying voter cards or something?
Yeah.
Maybe I should play this again. Maybe.
Don't do it. I suggest you don't do it.
Let's see that guy the perpetrator. Let's see the perpetrator.
You know, I suggest we don't do it because it is burning me to the core. It's burning me.
Be investigated.
I mean, you can go ahead. Okay.
Amen.
Oh my God, no.
Amen.
And the people here, those individuals were at that location from the late morning hours up to the late evening hours. But let's hear you, Amy. Go ahead.
So they got in a good amount of people.
Yeah.
From the look of things, from the morning to the evening, yes, they did. And I don't want to be so hard on those people, but if you can take your voter card for $50 or how much, $25, how long is that going to last you?
You don't blame the people.
God forbid, knock on wood, a wheel wins. And this mess you're going through now that you're selling your future, your children's future, your whatever. How long is that money going to last you for?
Jesus Christ.
So, I mean, come on. We ought to have some kind of stand up for something and not just our Betty Liberian people. This is why these people do what they do. Because they know when it comes to these people, it's so easy. They're gonna get away with it. And Unity Party and its group of collaborators, I mean, they are really turning me off because you see all of this. Can you do something?
Okay.
Can you do even if that? Yeah, let me just turn it over.
Give me a time.
Thank you. I mean, let's move to Cindy. Cindy, let's hear your take.
I mean, give me 50 seconds.
With this information about the alleged sale of voter registration cards, not just in Montserrat County, but the video we show you was one of the many venues where folks gather to carry on this transaction today. But let's hear from you, Sandy. What do you make of this? Why are some Liberians selling their voter registration cards? Why are the politicians? Why are some of the politicians buying these voter registration cards? What does it say about electoral process? What does it say about the living standard of our people?
Well, good evening to all of you, and it's good to be here. Let me suggest that we all mute. I'm getting some background noise.
So yeah, but every day you get him. Every day, I think you can't.
Already, we were already on mute.
So we get enjoy our show. Thank you. Look, there are two things involved here, right? Those buying the voter cards are desperate to either retain their power or to be elected. And I use the word either because I'm not going to accuse that this is coming from the government. It seems like it could be.
But might be real on this show, but
hold on now. Hold
on. No, Maba, don't do that. Maba, don't do that. Let's have. Yeah.
I'm not. Nobody in that picture or video showed me that it was George Weah or anybody. And I'm not saying that's not them either. That's not what I'm saying. If I see that it's any of them, yes, I'm going to call their names. You know, I'm not afraid to call anybody name, but I also have to be fair that I'm not seeing anybody indicating to me that it's from the government. But it could be.
Ask you one question.
It could come. Hold on, Mother. It could come from the government. It could come from anybody. What I'm trying to say here is this: whosoever is doing that, trying to either retain power or trying to get into power, and that is wrong, and that's why they're doing it. For our people, I feel sad. It's heartbreaking, right? That our people will be subjected to poverty. Poverty, you can't blame those old man. I heard that girl say, let me bring my entire. Then the man say, oh, let me go to the old man there for let me get the old man on first.
No, she was actually talking about a pin. She said, let me bring my in pin. Serve me first.
Yes, serve her first.
Serve me first. And he said, no, but let me serve the old man because
I go to the old man first. You see an old lady face over there breaking her voter registration card. Have no idea what she's about to do. Selling the future of her children, the future of her grandchildren, and generations to come. She has no idea. You cannot blame her. She has been subjected to poverty. Perhaps that old man have not eaten for days. Perhaps that old man's son, children, grandchildren have nothing to even buy the common uniform or pay their school fees. So somebody now in the community telling the old man, the $50 they will give you, mine will buy your bag of rice. Mine can pay your son's school fee. The old man now is thinking about what she's going to get right there. She's not thinking about the future. That's sad. So our government or people that are elected into power play this trick on our people. They are very good at it. Let's keep the people poor. Let's keep them poor. So that when we go to them and give them peanut, they will give us their future. Let's subject them to poverty.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's keep them below our belt so that when we get to them, they will give us their voter registration card. It's wrong. I'm not going to blame those people coming. We have the power. Let us continue to flag these things, play this video, talk about these things. And hopefully some of those people in the community will hear us. That what you're selling is not just a common voter card. What you're selling is the future of your country. What you're selling is the future of your children. I understand, I agree that Joseph Boakai is not a president yet. But Joseph Boakai can speak to these issues. He can flag them. He can point this out to the international community. Joseph Boakai can call people within certain governments. People in the neighboring country respect him. They know him. He can make calls. Let's flag these issues. You may not stop them immediately. We have limited time, but we can flag them so that people that are doing it can be held accountable. Our country will get better. I'm very hopeful. People, in the future, one day will not sell their future for a peanut. Thank you.
Thank you. Shirley?
I want to ask Cindy.
Yeah, okay, Doctor, we'll come to you, Mobab. Dr. Kelvin.
Will you ask your question or not? Yeah, on vacation.
Thank you very much. Just 10 seconds. I would like to say that you see this video that you just shown is as an evidence that the UP can use, or any party of concern can use, and report it to the NEC. So this is a case will be built. So against the system, because now it is against the law, the electoral law, for people to sell voter registration card. But if you just keep it and we just talk about it here, it's going to, so we have to stakeholder. So members of in a hierarchy in UP to please take these videos into consideration and report them, make a case on them for future. Thanks.
But all depends.
That's what makes it really like more frustrating because they're not doing anything about it.
Right.
All
Right.
depends.
And that's why I was saying if they can't fight this, then which means they don't deserve to be in power. If Joe Walker can see this, where democracy is being undermined to the fullest extent, and he cannot speak on these things, I'm sorry.
Okay,
They were just fighting a losing fight.
I'll say again. That's it. I'm left.
So I think that's actually. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shirley, I'm gonna come to you. I just saw AB's hand up. Maybe he wants to make a point. AB. Okay, he's muted. So,
you mute.
Okay, so Ture, go ahead. Ture, go ahead.
What I wanted to say. Is that me?
Okay, yeah, go ahead, AB. Go ahead.
So what I wanted to say is that the UP is not doing anything about it. The Unity Party has lodged their complaint. The very day, I think it was day before yesterday, the UP wrote the NEC. And you know NEC is a system. So the first, it has to go to the magistrate, and then from the magistrate, it has to go to the Board of Commissioners before. So now UP have flagged some of the issues, but I cannot tell whether this identical issue, whether it have been flagged by UP.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yep.
Good.
Okay. So
Nelson,
yeah. Okay, yeah, go ahead quickly. Let's take Shirley because we have
as much you be trying to walk this thin line of being a professional institution and all that stuff. We get it, but bro, that's not the devil we're dealing with.
There's
right?
one call for no professionalism.
If you're gonna start to, because all the things that are happening now, they want a different thing here. They want undermining the very fabric of our democracy. I think the international community ought to know about this. They should be, because this is exactly what America was talking about when the State Department came out with that release. That those that are trying or attempting to subvert.
Yes, they need to know about this too. They need to report it to them.
By rigging, right? These all
we are yourself the petition of people get
election rigging.
Thank you.
They should be talking about. The State Department should know about this. The European Union, ECOWAS, AU, right? The churches and whatever, everybody should know about this. Every institution should know about this. It's happening. So when the citizens decide to go out in the street or to protest, people should know that these are things that we're talking about. Thank you very much, Nelson.
Thanks a lot. Shirley, let's hear you, and then we'll move into
Hey, Nelson. Again, thank you. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
See all of you on again. So I think it just kind of brings me to the point that I tried to make yesterday, that UP first need to analyze the first result. And it comes down to this stuff are things that happen in the first round. And you don't want to carry this on to the second round where people that are going to buy people voter cards and people that are selling a voter card to whoever that can give them $25 or $50, like Amy said, to just take care of maybe putting food on the table for today. And you forget that it's not only today, your children's future is what you're selling. You're selling your children's future. You're selling the future of your grandchildren, of your great-grandchildren. Matter of fact, you're selling the future of Liberia. So people just need to wake up. And it comes down to UP. How desperate are you to make a change in Liberia? If you are desperate to make a change in Liberia, you need to be proactive. You need to get on the phone.
I agree.
Reach out to the people that you need to reach out to. And these things are visible. I'm sure it's not just here that we get to see it. It's all on the internet. So they are there. You got evidence, you got things on the internet that you can use against these people that trying to basically take our country and get us into another 6 years of mess. 6 years of making their family rich. 6 years of people calling us here back in this country. Like, we go to white people, we don't stay up. We leave our children. If you live in Minnesota, you can relate. We leave our children in the cold and we go out to find money. And we will get you calling us for money, but yet you are selling your voter card because you want to get $50 for just today. What happened to tomorrow? What happened to your children's future? What happened to your grandchildren's future? And I know I saw the old man trying to get the money. It's okay. But then it comes to the lack of knowledge, right? Because like my brother Cindy said, the old man, she had no idea. All she's thinking about is when I get our $50, I will buy food for Gion boy and he's going to eat today. That's it. So we need to educate these people. UP needs to educate the people.
Thank you. Thank you, Shirley. Are you done?
Go ahead.
Okay.
So, you're so short today, right?
And let me say this. Let me say this. Some of the people who go to these gathering or what have you, the way the information is given to them is far different from what they get to meet on the ground. So you take, for example, one of the individuals I was speaking with today, the person said in her community, a granny, they were told that they should go and gather at that particular place so that the senator they voted for, so that the senator can appreciate them for voting them.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next question is, if this is about appreciation, what has that got to do with voter registration card?
Right.
What has that got to do with writing your names down on a particular sheet or paper or what have you? If this is just about appreciation, right? So most of the time, the way the information is given to the people in these different communities, when they get on the scene, they come across a whole different situation. But let me bring in Raymond. I see he's backstage, and I see Hessen as well backstage. So they weigh in their thoughts on this. Sorry, someone has to go backstage. I got my man Jerry on my back now. He's hitting me very hard while I had to put him backstage. Okay. I'm gonna put Ray backstage as well. Okay. So Raymond, the both of you can just wait in your thoughts and then we'll move to our next talking point quickly. Welcome, Raymond. Welcome, Mr. Cully. Thanks for joining the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, muted, Raymond. Yeah, muted.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for having me where we can speak to the issues that affect our people. And that's the reason we come here every night, because we look forward to seeing a better Liberia that we can all be proud of. But the issue of the scheme to disenfranchise our people by taking away their voter cards and giving them some crumbs, it's a violation of our election laws. But let me share with you guys, the United Party and the Rescue Mission are politicians. They understand election never matters better than any of us here. So for us to assume that they do not know what they're doing and they are listening to us to lecture them, that in itself is an error on our part. But these issues are now fought in the public glare. In 2017, if you guys are cognizant, Councillor Bromsky, after the election, who is a lawyer, an astute one, or was a lawyer, filed in a lawsuit, and the Supreme Court came up with a... Sorry?
We can all mute. There's a noise in the background.
Yeah, now, Mr. Colley.
Yeah.
Okay, I just muted him. You guys can go ahead. And let us all just try
And
to
the
mute.
ruling from that case was, yes, there were election fraud and the likes, but it was not enough to overturn. These things, you have to catalog the incidents, and you have to be able to file it properly with a gravity in order to make the overturn a decision or get the right ruling. So it's not discussed as we are discussing it. And the Unity Party got a team of lawyers, I can assure you, that are looking at all of these issues. So yes, but they're not going to fight in the public space. That's not where you win legal cases.
Okay.
Right? If you do that, you give your opponent the ammunition to fight against you back in the court. So you want to keep your fights to yourself and displace them in the court with your legal arguments. So let's leave that, my people. We should not dwell on that. Let's condemn it and let it be our focus. Let's raise awareness on it. Ask our people to have these people called upon, have them arrested, have police come in when you find these people in your community. Let's ask our people to be their own watch, vigilantes or community service policing, whatever. When you find these people, because it's a crime, it's criminal, like you see the scheme is going, they're deceiving the people, telling them one thing, and when they take their photo ID cards and give them money, when they're there, they see the money, and our people are hungry. Our situation here is far better, so we're able to think rationally. But when you're in the circumstances that compels you to be between the rock and the hard places, your decision in those circumstances are compromised. So I won't blame the people. I will blame those who are carrying out the crimes. They are the ones perpetrating this crime, and they should be condemned in the highest. And we know what it is. The CDC came up with $50 million budget for elections. We saw the president parading with a $500,000 vehicle on the last day of election. So we know what's happening in our country. We know the extent to which all of the laws have been broken by the CDC-led government. We see the extent of corruption. So Sandy said he don't know who's doing it. But Sandy, if it walks like a dog, sounds like a dog, but please believe it's a dog.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Hassan, and then we will take few calls on this topic, and then maybe we'll come back.
Got a laws behind that, and it like something like a watch.
You know, I'm so angry looking at this video. So much appalled. You know, I heard that the West African observation team in Liberia have flagged that Liberia needs a new voter laws. Here in America, we know people go to vote, you have to present your ID. So taking people ID or identification numbers, I don't know how to go and vote. Are they voting without showing an ID that the pool washer?
No. But the thing is, when the ID number is taken, they give the ID card back to you. Or in the other case, when they give you the money, they take the ID card from you. So it's a two-way street. So it's either you are giving the money and then they just want the serial number, like what we saw before the October 10th election, or the ID card is taken from you. Yeah, go ahead, just lend your thoughts.
So I think what we can do from this angle is to continue the advocacy, talk about it. You know, that our people out there who are serious about making a change, to put them on the alert. That look, watch out, this kind of a scam is going on in the community. Some individuals are out there to take your voter ID, to take your series number. I'm sure they're even taking their pictures. Unknown to them. Every camera, every phone we hold in our hand is equipped with camera. You know, but we have to keep educating our people, especially in the rural area or wherever this is happening, to put them on the alert that this kind of thing is happening. You guys have to protect your ID. You have to protect your voter cards against this crime. That's what we can do from our angle. We're not on the ground. We're not there. But I'm sure they are listening to Spoon TV. That's what made this Spoon TV more valuable in this election. Spoon TV is playing a pivotal role in educating our people. So we have to keep stressing that and forget about some of these previous argument. Our focus here is to educate our people. It's crucial.
Thank you.
This particular election runoff is crucial. Let's devote it to education.
Thank you. Let's hear from Anthony Gay quickly, and then we take. We'll come back to you, but let's hear from Anthony quickly.
Yeah,
Anthony,
I don't
go ahead.
want to sound redundant. I think Raymond did a very great job on that, but on this subject, the way in which he laid it out. I hear many people will bash the people in Liberia. If you hear some of these people's story, how they are not eating for weeks, you won't believe it. So poverty has a way of diminishing one's ability to rationally reason logically. That's what poverty does to a person. When you are poor, the decision making is also poor. And many young, beautiful girls in Liberia would not sleep with the kind of guy they find themselves with today. If they were given the opportunity of having a job and not sleeping with their boss and getting paid on time, they would not do certain things they are doing. I saw that firsthand when we were in the Ivory Coast as refugees. Some of our Liberian sisters had to sleep with Burkina Beach. It's not what they wanted to do, but condition depicts that. So poverty is very dangerous in the country. And when we're talking about poverty, we mean this thing. It is very, very sad. Many hundreds of thousands of people go home hungry, go to bed hungry, including students at the University of Liberia. This is a everyday reality of many Liberians on a daily basis. So yeah, don't act as though that the party don't have lawyers or don't have legal team or have people. They will do what they need to do. You can only advocate as a partisan to a certain extent, but you cannot dismiss that there are mechanisms in place that need to address these things.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't want to sound redundant, and then Raymond really, nailed it.
Thank you. So,
if you don't mind, I want to say something real quick.
I can add something in.
I wish.
So just 20 seconds each. Dr. You and Dr. Kelvin can come in, and then we go to the lines as requested by our audience. I think we should take just few calls after every topic. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Let's have coming first, then Dr. Kelvin can get on.
I wish we were going to a banquet. This is election. It's very personal for people's lives. This is not a dog walking contest. This is not a beauty pageant. This is about the lives of 5 million Liberians at stake. Just what you said, poverty. That is why we need a government for the people, of the people, and by the people. And a government of inclusion. Ignorance to the law is no excuse. That is why we have in place those agencies that are responsible to control crime, but they have been compromised. Okay? That is undermining the democracy of Liberia. Liberia is a sovereign nation. No one, in the circumstances, has the right to do such thing that is going on. Okay? And who watches the game better? The spectators. The spectators watches the game better. We see what's going on. We are the voters. We got our stake in this. We will not keep silent.
Thank you.
And a
Dr.
story.
Kevin, let's hear you, then we go to the lines.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Thank you. What my brother just said, Roman, and agree by Mr. Gay. I think for me, I will tell you something. I should have been in church now because in Southeastern Asia. By this time, I should have been in church. But the reason why I'm not in church is because of Liberia. I'm here on this talk show today. It's not only because I want to be on another talk show to talk. what I want to talk here is that I want to talk because of the Liberian people. So when you say that the politician know everything, we have lawyers, and we have all those people over there, they still need people to share idea with them. Let me tell you something. They need to listen to us because this is evident. We have seen it. If you say they know all those things, they need to write them down and channel it, approach them, and make the case. Let us know. You should, there are some things that you should be professional about too much.
Thank
You got to
you.
be professional. Thank you.
Press conference.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks a lot. So we'll go to the lines and take some calls now. 055 or the WhatsApp line here. You can call and be able to make a point on the show here this morning. That's according to Liberian time now. Well, let's take this person. Hello. Okay, so we take this one. Hello.
Morning, gentlemen. Spoon talk.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I'm Augustine Morba.
Well, let's hear you.
I was sleeping. I just woke up and I met this important topic,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to sound this to all of you. Because of time difference, right now it's a good message, but many people are in bed. So I don't know whether you have a repeat of this in the
Okay, so you're suggesting a repeat of this program in the day, right?
very good because you have the people that will listen.
Okay.
In the vernacular as well. And hello?
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Just Lynn.
Yeah, okay. About the trucking of people from the borders.
No, we haven't arrived there yet.
Okay, but I better give my recommendation. It's something that was mentioned already. Whatever has to do with that.
We're talking about the buying of the voter
registration.
Yes,
the buying of voters.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, for the voters, that's educated with gospel on the radio. The vernacular as always on to the people in the dialects and whatever.
Okay.
And coming to NEC, are you talking about raising issues to NEC? The toothless though, what can they do? They are working for the government. We saw election day, it was reported for people carrying tech. Signed by Morwa Molu, going from pool to pool, police center. Okay, nothing was done about it. People were arrested and taken to nothing was done. But the Edward Brown was asked in the report of in giving us election results about what about those who committed crimes, election crimes, and what should be done to them. She said, call the police. People went to police say go to NEC. Where do the people go?
Thank you. That's what you there, sir, and take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Go ahead. You're live. Let's hear you.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning, sir, Liberia. Well, I'm Kenneth calling from Germany.
Okay.
Look, first of all, I will just go to Raymond. Raymond, I pray 100% disagree with you because look, this thing happened before, and only came out of the court. If you want to court after the election, they say they don't have enough result. I mean, they don't have enough evidence. There's not enough evidence to overturn the result. What would be good? My recommendation is that we are going through and we have to give a light about it. But my recommendation, I wanted to be in a national law. Let be the national constitution. There should be a crime attached to this. Any person that got caught buying voter registration for any other person, Liberia should be sentenced to prison. There should be a prison term hang to this issue, my brother. If there's no prison term hang to it, definitely it will always happen. There should be at a party level, if a party involved into it, let the party be hanged that out of 1 or 2 elections, or 3 elections, they will not be involved into an election for the next 2 or 3 elections. If a person involved into it, that should be a crime hanged to that point. You'll be sentenced maybe out of 5 years or a possible 10 years in prison. Okay. Then you get it under control. That's my taking to it.
Thank you very much. Let's take this person. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the topic. Here's Joe calling from District 17.
Okay.
The topic this morning is very good, but it takes God to solve this problem for us. If you catch this person, the referee is the government. The chief justice is the government. All the people that have been taking, what is the result? Nothing. And the person doing this is the government. Who are you filing the complaint to? To the same government. So it's difficult with them to God.
Okay.
Those are the court relevant what others have. Those are the court. What the result? You know where there was a polling station here where they catch one man putting 10 what the result? Nothing. So only God, yeah.
Okay.
That's yes, only God. We should ask God and educate the people. But even you go to the border, you immigration there, the government entity. The police are the same government. Carry case, nothing comes out of it. So let us pray to God. The pastors all has been dragged into this property so they make us poor. Until even the pastors,
You say what?
some of them preach the sermon now of money because of this property that they had dragged the grandpa in. They will make you poor so you can go beg. Anything they give you, you just have to hold it. So only God.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
No, you don't.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. My name is Prestige Mariam from New Jersey.
Go ahead. Please be audible a bit. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. Well, my brother, let me comment for this topic this morning. You know, before this going, I listened to one of the commissioners, on air saying that even if you bad, it's really hard. It was not giving the permission or the chance to vote for other people. But I think people know what they are doing because during the election day, because of we said that other people want to go vote and their name already in the vote.
Okay.
And you also said that people are giving people money after voting. So why would somebody will give some money after exercise their right?
Thank you.
So they know what they are doing. So they.
Thank you. Your line is not too good, but let's squeeze the last two calls in. Hello.
Hi, Nelson, and hi to the rest of the panelists. And this is Elston and Legend. We share calling from the US of A.
Okay.
Well, I want to start by saying, Anthony, you made a very salient point, but you were very ironical. You spoke ironically in the sense that you said people who are in poverty-stricken and live in abject poverty, like ours, Liberia, they tend to be compromised because when you're in a poor state, you have poor judgment, which is very accurate. But here's the irony. We have people who live in America and live in the comfort of the world's greatest country on earth, and they're still conforming to bad governance in our country. I'll give you an example. On our sisterly program today, Gibson Jeru was chuckling. He was laughing the entire time when Eugene Facon was saying that people were trucking, Thomas Fowler were trucking people from nearby Sierra Leone into Liberia. How can you live in America and somebody is talking about somebody carrying on or cheating or complete misdeed or bad act and you are laughing? So that's a complete irony of what you said, that people in poor countries struggles because of the decision making. But then here we have our people in America with the likes of people like Jason Jerude in America, someone like yourself, you make a lot of ironical statements. So I just wanted to highlight that, and I'm following the rest of you guys. A great show so far. Thanks for following me the opportunity, Nelson, always, and thanks for hosting us. You are the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Everyone here is contributing. Hello. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, we're okay. Let's hear you.
Yes, this is Sange. Please don't get tired of me. This is Sange Lobo again.
But why are you laughing?
She's laughing.
I'm here every night. I'm just here every night to tell people, like, we need to really focus on our vote. We're not going to accept cheating because for real, we are tired of this guy. With all the things like buying private jet and riding around our country while our people in the hospitals and can't get treatment, no medical equipment, Liberians need to wake up. We deserve better.
Thank you.
This guy is a gangster. He's selling cocaine and kush and whatsoever.
Listen, I want us to remain in the confines of our discussion tonight. So
okay, what's the topic?
Okay. Did you just join the discussion or what?
So what you want to do?
We were talking about people coming from overseas and stealing the vote.
No. Basically, it's about some voters selling their voter registration cards to politicians, and politicians buying the voter registration card in the midst of this crucial election.
Your future. You're selling your future, and it's illegal to even do that for any government official to even buy somebody's vote. It's illegal. We need to have people at every polling center comparing numbers. Like, it's not hard to do.
Okay.
Like, for instance, like you selling your vote, you selling your future for $100 or $50. At the end of the day, do you have a retirement? Do you have a job? My dad works for this country for almost 32 years being an educator. He taught at VDC. He retired. You know how much he earned for his retirement? 5,000 LD.
Thank you. That's all you said.
5,000 LD.
That's all you there. Thanks a lot. I mean,
have a good night.
Yes, thank you a whole lot. I still don't get it why she keeps laughing.
But you know what? You're ready to jump the gun.
Yeah. Hello. Can we all just mute?
Yeah, there's a fever.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, I'm listening to you. I'm getting you loud and clear.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much, and it's been a long time. Let's see. Kudos to you for the program, but let me let you know. No amount of propaganda. People are there in America doing nothing. Somebody cartoon to come and go to your
Hello.
Hello.
No.
Let's let the man talk.
I want us to speak to the discussion now.
But you start up when you starting the president as gangster.
No, but listen. No, we will not go there, sir. Please.
You don't let him on the phone so we can ask him what he did security.
Again, when the previous caller tried going out of what we were talking about, I brought her to check. And if you are coming after her, you should learn from that. But if you come and try to do the same thing and you think we will just have
people
voting
cards. His father George Weah.
No,
we're not doing anything. Do you know what we're doing in Liberia every year that you want to come on this show and tell us that we're not doing anything in Liberia? We just want to sit here and talk.
Right.
Can you compare to the investment that everybody on the platform made in Liberia every year?
The position as a Roman can be the co-host.
Come again?
Come again?
Be that
man. You don't put it on me.
Everybody.
You Eric Daggett.
Nelson, let's go to the next topic.
Yeah. So Anthony and Mobile, you guys want to distract us.
No, brother.
No, I beg you. I beg you.
You guys should avoid any form of distraction on the show. But the next issue, as you know, is related to what we've been talking about. Liberia is a sovereign country. And the reason why, as all of us here know, we go to election is for the citizens of the country to make a decision as to who becomes the leader. But this issue about trucking is not today's thing. We started to hear about trucking as far back as 2011. In 2011, it was not at this scale, it was more about the representatives, somebody take people from one district and carry them to another district, but at a very lower level. In 2017, it increased a bit. Almost everybody was talking about trucking. Now in 2023, we're talking about international trucking, not just national trucking now, where somebody will take people from Margibi and carry them to Maryland to vote and carry them. No, but now people are coming from the neighboring countries to vote in Liberia when they are not Liberians. Is there a way that this issue can be curbed? As much as we know, and other people have raised this particular issue, but up to present, most of those people have not had the support from organizations like the NEC, for example, that will take the necessary actions with respect, since in fact it has to do with electoral matters. No. And year in and year out, some of the very people who do these things will say that, no, if you have an issue with me, if you think trucking is wrong, then take me to court. And now someone wants to go to court, but where is the law? Where do they get their legal backing from? I mean, and it becomes a very complicated issue. While we're discussing it, it is seriously tampering with the way leaders get elected or selected to serve our country. I mean, let's hear your take on this, guys. Maybe we could start with Cindy, and then Anthony. We just do a roundtable on this.
Let me mute y'all.
Mute, thank you.
Before the mega point checking.
Look, like you said, Nelson, the issue of that related to trucking is not new. It's unfortunate. I mean, I am from Grangelet, for instance, and my village to the Ivory Coast is probably about 30, 45-minute walk.
Yeah.
Family. And we have seen instances where people would just go and get their family or grab people from there and bring them, register them, and have them vote. It happens in Nimad. I mean, it happens everywhere across the country. We have borders that, family across borders that we can just go grab and bring them. And it's unfortunate. I mean, constitutionally, like you said, is against our law. People that are voting within Liberia should be Liberians. But how strong are the laws that we have in place? We have all of those laws in the book, but we do not implement them to the fullest. I've said on this show several times that the judiciary system is compromised, and it has been that way for a very long time. We need people that will enforce the law. We need folks. Those things are not in Haiti. We see them. We see where people go to the Ivory Coast, to Sierra Leone, to Guinea, or other places, even different counties. That you will have candidates, for instance, Grange, that will go to Nima and grab their family members or in-laws or folks from Nima and bring them to Grange to register. And that is wrong. That is wrong. I mean, that's...
But again, Cindy, you struck a very important point.
Yeah.
If, for example, you live in Grangita County,
yeah,
that is bordering with Ivory Coast or any of the adjacent countries, you have maybe your family members, because of the closeness of that county, the family members live on the other side, but during registration time, because they are Liberians, they cross the border to vote.
They are not
or maybe
Liberians.
to register.
They are not Liberians. They are not Liberians.
And then maybe we first then need to establish what this whole thing about trucking is.
Okay.
And I think that's where most of the issues have come from. From Cape Town, the Sierra Leonean side of the border, from Nimba, the Guinean side of the border, and even from the Grangelet end you're talking about. So first of all, let's start from here. In your own mind, as per your own analysis of it, what is trucking as per your own definition of it?
Well, there's one definition where you go to places and take a group of individuals that do not live in a specific district or county, and move them in that area to register and vote for you. For instance, usually what happens among our candidates in Grangelet is that they will take the families in Morovia, especially mostly students in Morovia, take them to Grangelet to register them, right?
Yeah.
And then during election, take those people to Grangelet so that they can vote in Grangelet instead of in Morovia or the Morovia area where they live. That's trucking. Another aspect is that we have folks that will go actually outside of the country. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to call names here, but I will tell you this. The part of Grangelet I'm from and in Ivory Coast, we don't have border. I keep saying that. We don't have border. My farmland and the Ivorians that we share the same farmland. We don't have borders. We just cross in the bushes. And that's how the Burkina has failed Grangelet, because, I mean, there is no borders. We just go across.
So people go to that region, like let's say the Tudo Play area of Ivory Coast, Tiobli region, you know, the Giglo, Danande, Clobli, all those regions, and go there and say, look, we are voting. Come. And there is no check. They don't check whether they are Liberians or not. They register them. Those things happen.
Okay. So, does anyone have a contrary view to what Sandy's own meaning of this trucking is? Because he said that if you live in County A, for example, in Grangile, the man who lives in Ivory Coast, that man coming to Liberia to vote is wrong. We should consider it as trucking. As trucking. But what if that man is a Liberian and he decided to cross over to
He's not a
to
Liberian.
Cindy?
He's not a Liberian. I'm
No,
telling you.
the man is a Liberian and he lives there and he crosses over to the other side because this is election time. He wants to vote. Raymond, you wanted to make a point on that?
Well,
Yeah, I want to chip in. So honestly, we need to have a serious discourse about this and come up with laws. But as it is currently, our election laws doesn't make it a violation to leave from one place and vote in another place once you are Liberian. And even some candidates don't live in the counties that they are running in.
Right.
Yet they move and go and register and run in those places. So if it's not a violation for them to do that, it's still not a violation for voters to do that. But what is a violation is pay for play, where you influence vote with money. That is an illegal thing. That's what usually happens when people are truck. So once you can prove that, you can also raise a case. But again, we live in a society where poverty is the hallmark. And those who get elected usually do not give back to the communities that elect them. So most times the people are between the rock and the hard place. They don't trust the politicians. They do not believe the politician has anything to offer them other than the crumbs they throw at them. And when people have nothing, the little that they get tend to be something big to them. And that's just the sad situation and the reality we face with.
Okay. So yeah, I think we can Dr. Kelvin,
I'm still on the floor or what?
Yeah, you're on the floor. You stay on the floor. Let's have Dr. Kelvin to come in quickly. Maybe to that particular point.
You mute.
You are muted. You are still muted, Dr. Kelvin.
I'm sorry. Mr. Colette, you're asking for the description of chicken.
Yeah.
And actually, it is something that you can take people from one place, one locality, to another place, and for two reasons: either for vote or to boost confidence in electoral process when you're running campaign. So let's talk about the former. What we talk about where people are using the trucking for voting, and this idea is actually criminal, because the actual thing, I can belong to a particular electoral district. It is normal for me to register. I can live in Monrovia and go to Buchanan to vote. It is normal. But to take a group of people from one locality and carry them to another place, that is complete criminal.
Okay. So then we'll go back to Sandy to lend his thought on this. Sandy, now that we've established that this is wrong, especially when the politicians are involved, taking a group of people from one point to another point to go, especially the cross-border aspect that has got to the attention of a lot of people now. What do you think? How do you think this issue can be curbed? What do you think could be some of the solutions around this?
I think Raymond kind of hit a nail on that, right? We need to probably, most likely, revise our laws around these things, right? And ensure that the laws are enforced. We need, I think we're getting there, but look, we need a serious government to start with. That's what I'm going to say. We need a serious government to start with. The government we have now and that we have experienced in recent time are all part of this whole chaos. They know what's going on. In fact, this current government is part of it. They are doing it their candidates are doing it. I mean, pretty much almost every candidate from the lower house to the Senate to the presidency, they are all doing it now. So we need to flag these things, and we need a serious government to do it. But I want to add to what Raymond said, right? I think there is also intimidation, apart from the financial incentive that they bribe individuals to take them from one place to another. Some of them intimidate those people, if you don't do this, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this for you, especially students, that often run to those lawmakers for little handouts, right? Then, if you don't go with me to Grand Gita, for instance, to register there, I can give you this. Someone told me, and I'm going to share this, that they needed help from Senator Snow, Edwin Melvin Snow. I'm going to call his name. Somebody told me, see, I needed help from him. And it was around election time. And guess what he told me? Go on my farm there. Go to Bomi and register to vote. And when you register there, show me your registration card. Then you can come back to me. I'll give you help. That's intimidation. That's intimidating somebody to sell their vote.
So it remains an allegation until
I'm responsible for myself. For
why you're responsible for your statement? I mean, it remains an allegation until proven otherwise by Snow. But
don't worry about Snow. I know him personally.
If Snow want to dispute it, I'm going to call that individual name. If Snow want to dispute it, that person who said it is credible. And I mean, it's not just Snow alone. A lot of them do that. They do that. For me
what sort of impact do you think this has on our processes?
Well, it's the issue of election credibility. For instance, someone who are living in District 1, Monterey County, knows about District 1, knows the suffering in District 1, and they know who they want to vote for in District 1 that can transform District 1. But you force them, intimidate them to go register in Grand Bassa, where they have not lived for many years, where they are not informed of the issues confronting that area, and you force them to go vote in Grand Bassa, leaving District 1, their District 1, vulnerable. That's an issue. So that's two things happening. They are now electing someone in Grand Bassa that they don't know, or they, voting they do not want to vote in, and now they are leaving District 1, their district, the district that they want to ensure prosper because they live there. Now they are leaving it abandoned. And probably someone else is going to be voted because that one vote is being lost in District 1.
Wow. Thank you. Let's hear from you, Anthony. Where do you stand on this?
So it's a very complicated issue, right? I got to have a full understanding of the whole trucking thing when I was an aspiring, putting my team together to run for the Senate seat in Grand Gita County, and it's covering all of the different things that was happening, right? But the political term for pay for play, in a Latin form, is called quid pro quo, meaning something for something, right? The people will put you under the impression that, yes, I got you. But most of the voters have understood that once they vote these guys in, they don't come back to the county. They don't go back to the district any longer. So during the voting period, it is between the voter and the candidates that, oh, you got to do this for me and I will do this for you. Or the candidate will say, do this for me or do that for you. Now, with the proximity of our country and the different ethnic groups, like Cindy was saying, an Ivorian crown person can be here, he and I can understand each other. The only thing you know the difference when he mixed a crown dialect with French, and I mixed mine with English. But other than that, it's the same word for word, right? There's no way. How do you identify who is a Liberian to begin with in Liberia? How do you identify who is a Liberian? You cannot just look at a person and say, oh, you're not Liberian. Some Liberians don't speak English, right? They will speak that dialect. So if an Ivorian crown person come across the border, for instance, you try to get in hot and they'll start speaking crown. And the next one you'll say, but the man speaking my dialect. How do you identify that man as an Ivorian person? Same thing with the side to Lofa County too, right? They have Mandingo people in Lofa and they have Mandingo in Liberia, right? How do you identify who is the Mandingo person?
In Guinea.
Lofa like bro in Guinea.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that we face in that sub-region. We are kind of intertwined, and it will be very
and the same with the Cape Mount side of the country,
correct.
the Cape Mount Sierra Leone border and there.
And then when you go to Maryland, they have the crewmen, which are the Grower people in Taboo, right? They can cross to Maryland County too and also speak the Grower, and you get think that they are Grower from Liberia, unless they start mixing it with French, or Liberians start mixing with English. So we are all intertwined.
So what are the solutions around this, Anthony? What do you think?
So right now, like Redmond said, we don't even have any law on the book. We don't have a law on the book that this is criminal. How do you plead a case? What will your even the state prosecutor want to prosecute? Say you can have a defense lawyer. I'm not a legal person. Let me get that disclaimer out. But you have a defense lawyer who can make the case and say, what is the law?
I think it's criminal across state line, across another country. I think that is criminal.
But how do you identify that person as a foreigner in the first place? The first person because I think Anthony is coming from somewhere because in order for someone to cross the border, Anthony, let me just come in a bit. In order for someone to cross the border to vote, that person must have registered. That person must have a voter's registration card. Yeah. So it means that all of those people who are now crossing over to the Liberian side of the border, they are coming in to register. It means that all those people already have the voter's ID card, which is an indication that those people are Liberians. Because one of the ways you can identify a Liberian is by the voter registration card.
Yeah, but Nelson, if the government is doing it, they're not. No, they won't care.
Let's have Anthony.
You get the registration card. Do they go by like what? So you just go.
No, we're gonna come to you, Shirley. We're gonna come to you, Shirley. But let's have Anthony to conclude in 30 seconds.
So here's the thing, Nelson. It's a very task for our nation today, given the challenges that we face, other challenges that we have with the voter issue. If we have a serious government, those things can be looked into. The constitution can be amended and laws can be put in place. Most of the legislature that we have today, none of them talk about writing laws. Everyone of them want to build school. You even have a former candidate, Karishma, was not even carrying a legislation to the house. She was talking about, she want to build school. She want this. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is you are not an humanitarian, right? You are a lawmaker to introduce law that will impact the life of the Liberian citizen within your constituent and also outside of your constituency.
So Anthony, in conclusion, what you're sending across is that you think the lawmakers now should start to have conversations around crafting laws that would be able to address those kinds of issues, especially with respect to trucking.
Absolutely. To address this thing, technology can put into article order that trucking things. But because we don't have the resources right now to implement it, you can right now in the state of Georgia. Let me give an example. In the state of Georgia, you can't cross county to go get driver license. If you're in DeKalb County, you stay in DeKalb County to get your driver license there. If you're in Fulton County, you stay in Fulton County to get a driver license. You can't leave Fulton County and drive to DeKalb County to go get a driver license. You cannot do it. Even though you're in the state of Georgia.
Let's move to Shirley. Shirley, go ahead. Let's hear your take on this.
Nelson, first, I do have a question though. My question is, so I understand, like, first of all, like, how do people even get the voter registration card? Don't you have to show some kind of identity that you are a Liberian and you have to show where you live? So how do people get it? Please educate me.
Well,
that is a difficult part. I want to say, how do you identify who is a Liberian?
Well,
because it's easier for a person in Ivory Coast who live at the border to get a Liberian ID card because they speak a local.
Asking a very question. Let Nancy answer Sherry.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but again, let me come in with this. Then maybe any other person can add on to that. But what I know as my own experience is that when you go to the center to register, you give your information, your name, your mother's name, father's name, country of origin, and blah, blah, blah. Once you give that information, they put it in. The next thing, they take a picture, they give a photo registration card to you. When I went to do, okay, so in time past, okay, so let me say this. When I went to do the citizen ID card, the national ID card, I remember at that desk, they had the immigration officers. Those immigration officers were there. Now, so there, aside from you just saying that you are Liberian, blah, 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 they will actually, if you say you're from Nima County, for example, they'll ask you to speak which dialect you speak, blah, 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 speak a little. All right. If you say your parents, so they'll do a little bit of check. You have to present birth certificate, but with a voter ID card, it's a different case. On very few occasions, maybe you will see how do you call them? The immigration at those centers, but it's very rare for the many places I've been with respect to this thing. Just get your information, the people take a picture, you move from down there.
So to Anthony's point,
then exactly that's why everyone is saying, right? Because it's easy, because someone can come from Guinea and they can speak Kran or they can speak Manon or whatever, so then they go there and get their voter ID card. So it's so easy for people to come into the country and just you don't even need to put them in a truck. They can come in whatever way they want to come in, and they can get to vote for whoever they want to vote for. So it comes to a point where we need to have a law in place, and then to make sure that we do have processes in place as well. And I think Mr. Collison said something. It just comes to our integrity, and it comes to the integrity of the government. It comes to us not having like anything that is fair. So people can just like do whatever they want to do. They just come in and vote for whoever they want to vote for. So yeah, I understand that the politicians are going and bringing these people in, but these people still have assets to come into as well to be able to mess with the system. So we need to have system in place.
Okay, so let's hear from you, Mr. Collison.
Thank you. Oh well, I'll tell you what, guys. I want to believe that we can all agree here that vote rigging is a crime. It's against the law. So the first point I want to make, anyone, if it's alleged you got involved, I'll say trucking, the transportation of goods and services for profiting. If you involve in vote rigging, you are not a legitimate person. First of all, if it's investigated and it's proven beyond reasonable doubt, you should be dismissed from office.
Thomas,
that's number one. I'm a practical guy. The things that are crimes committed because the law says it's wrong, and there are crimes committed because those crimes are wrong within themselves. I can't go across the Grand Chile border or Lofa border and go to Guinea Conakry to go vote. You know that. You know what happened to me? First of all, there's something you must know about yourself. Okay? Nobody can ask me, I'm a Collison, I don't know who my father is. You have to know something about yourself. Failure to do so, what are you doing with the Liberian voter ID card in the first place? It doesn't matter. Okay? It's undermining the integrity, the election process, the integrity of our election process in Liberia. It should not be tolerated at any point in time. No, the thing is, I don't understand why people try to make right or the wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. And I'm telling you, folks, this kind of behavior should upset every Liberian to the core. Things people do in Liberia, we can't do it in other countries. You all know that. So why you think it is acceptable for someone to come and do it in Liberia? You can't go to work in America yet. They tell you say 8 hours and you want to work 4 hours. Anytime you go to work, you feel like. You know what's going to happen? They'll fire you. So why are we here debating the fact that, look, it is wrong, it is wrong. It's wrong.
What do you think can be done to address this?
Well, I'd say what? The system is broken. They need to overhaul the entire identification process. Okay? Hospitals, they need to come up with a database, hospital birth and stuff. All those things need to be put together. But we cannot have a system when you have a government that's so corrupt. For 6 years, the man's making $150. You come and reduce his salary to $45, and you can't even give the man 45. You can't even pay him on time. Then we're talking about poverty. What are the factors of that? What are the factors that lead to one being poor? Think about it first before we just say poor. A family could afford to pay, a father or mother could afford to pay his or her daughter WIAC examination fee. Can they afford that now? No.
Okay.
A woman is qualified. She goes to job. She even qualified more than the minister. But the minister is telling her, sleep with me before I give you the job. So my brother, that thing you said about Edwin Snow, I believe it.
No. Okay. Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
I got your
Thank
back
you.
on that. I know the man personally.
Let's hold you there. Let's hold you there.
No, yeah, but I just say I don't understand what we're trying to make right or the wrong. It makes no sense. Like folks rebel. You know that.
Okay.
Oh.
Cindy, you said 2 seconds.
Yeah, thank you, Amy. Thank you for
It's
that.
gone. 2 seconds is over.
Look, people like George, just drink more water or chill. It's okay. You got this thing.
No, I don't know why it can really hurt me when it comes to Liberia, the way we treat ourselves.
Mommy Roberts in the chat, and I like what Mommy is, proposing that we should show birth certificate. But when I was in Liberia, Nelson, we didn't have birth certificate issuing when child born. Yeah, they don't issue birth certificate. Are they doing it now? Are they issuing birth certificate now? Liberia only go for birth certificate when they are traveling. When they want to travel, when they win DV, they want to travel. That's when they go.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If your kid if your kid is born at a hospital now, and you put in for birth certificate, you can get it. But again, you're right, Cindy.
That could be a good start.
The same problem we're facing with the photo ID card that we're just talking about is the same problem with birth certificate. You go to VATA statistics right now where they issue the birth certificate. You just walk there, you say, I want a birth certificate. They ask you all the information that will go in that thing will be the one you provide. Whether it's fake, there's no fast checking, there's no way to trace. So I can be maybe 35. I go and tell the people I'm 25 years old, or I'm 26, or I'm 30 years old.
I don't want to leave my own secret yet, but I know what you're talking about.
There you go.
You can relate.
I can relate.
They can change name 5 times 1 year and nothing can happen.
Yeah,
make it to all. Make it to all.
No, but seriously, it happened to my mom, right? My
Let's go to vocabulary.
My mom,
Let's go to vocabulary.
I can
you will hear from vocabulary, right?
Let's just finish with the whole downstairs.
I can actually share this. Nelson is a joke, right? But I can share this. My mom is 84 years old. She came to this country here younger than her brother, her youngest brother, because they missed her birth certificate. Nobody went there to get it. Oma birth certificate. They said that Oma was way younger.
There's a conversation of air, Sandy.
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, these are things that are happening in the country.
You made that clear?
It's crazy.
Oh, you're talking about that Yapalo Yure?
Yeah, that's all I mean.
Now that will not go.
He's 42 years old. He's 42 years old.
I'm not going to that Yure guy, baby. I'm pretty terrible.
Let me say this. We got a lot of so-called advocates on this platform, on this blue app.
Yeah.
That all they tell us, they stand for good governance, they stand for doing the right thing, they stand for you know, a leadership that will sort of like take Liberia from the old age problem. But then when the opportunity is presented to them to support a candidate that can lead us to that, then they double down. Right? They double down. And I know so many of them. Nobody is saying that obviously a presidential honorable Joseph Numa Boakai, the light will just go off and then everything will just gets better. We are not saying that. But all what we are saying is that under his leadership, there will be some level of sanity. Right? There will be some level of, holding people accountable. I mean, at least you can tell from a man what you're going to get from a man or a woman, what they have done in their past. Mr. Arizona Cummings always go by saying, matter of fact, he had made this saying famous now in Liberia that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
That's Albert Einstein.
All right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yeah,
we
Mr. Ture,
we all know where I've left Mr. Cummings, but I digress a little bit. For our sisters and
Mr. Cummings did not give credit to Albert Einstein for that.
Leave Cummings alone.
Let us focus.
I'm just saying something though, because Cindy, not you, but some of Mr. Cummings supporters that was saying how bad job it is.
We are not going.
You're looking for a way to
we are
go
not
over
discussing
the
Mr. Cummings,
and
we are going to this tracking situation because we don't want to open another discussion here. Listen,
I've been sitting at the back.
I don't have the energy. I don't have
my time to go at the back.
What Gonglo couldn't sell his brooms.
No, listen.
You cannot be combative in this moment.
No,
guys.
I'm just saying, right? Hold on, guys. I'm just saying for Liberia to change, we the young people, we have to be consistent with our advocacy. There are a lot of people that connected with the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighter. When President we started, they were on we are back. Bulk of these guys are the one now flag bearing their unit. I mean, this CDC government flag again as we speak right now. What are we doing? What are we doing as young men and women? If we're going to be consistent for bad governance, let's be consistent for bad governance. But we can't just script and
with respect to this topic, Ture, again, what do you make of this whole trucking thing? It has extended now to cross-border situation. People are leaving neighboring countries and coming to Liberia to register and to vote and all of that.
Listen, this thing is wrong. It undermines our democracy. It's a violation of election laws. We all understand that. You know, we know it's wrong. When you see wrong, you know it's wrong. When you see someone crossing the border, like I said, I grew up in Gigadu, right? Gigadu is a predominant Kisi, town, and border right. If like you literally just cross what if dry season comes, you don't even have to cross. You just walk into Foya, and that's the scene that's the same as Nongowa. I still have people there. People cross to go vote in these elections. It is wrong. And for a representative, I mean, a notable representative in Thomas Fala will do these kind of things. And nobody do anything about it. That is wrong. Trucking itself is wrong. But even though I heard Raymond saying it's not a violation of our election laws, but I think it's wrong for people to even leave from another district to go vote in another district. Like I live in Callendale, right? I live in Callendale. That's like across the street into Derby. If I'm registered in I can't go register in Derby when it's just a crossing street into Derby. I'll never be allowed to vote in there.
Thank you.
Let's doing so.
What?
You have a system in place that prevent you from doing so.
Exactly. I understand that.
Okay, guys.
And I know
we have to wrap up.
Our country has not been set up to be able to dictate some of these things. But anything, not everything by the book that when you know
Thank
it's
you,
wrong.
Jared.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
The time is over, way.
Nelson, I was asking for 10 seconds.
No, the 10 seconds. The 10 seconds.
It's all right.
No more
We gotta close now.
And most
We gotta proceed, my man. Larry falling too. We gotta proceed.
Listen, guys, let's do this. Anthony, I'm gonna give you that 10 seconds, but let's take Abraham quickly. Let's have the guys up here to at least weigh in their thoughts. Then we can make use of the maybe spare time we have. Please,
So
Abby,
point
you have.
down.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nelson. You know, this issue of trucking, I know that it is wrong, and it is purely wrong. There's nothing to defend about it. But you see, our country, Liberia, that's what I continue to say. Liberia is a place. Liberia is not a country. A country will set up a system. A country will be able to set. Do you know that I was able to put the government to tax? I was not in Liberia. I was right here in the U.S. I sent someone to go for my driver lesson. The person, when they told me to pay $150, I paid that money, and then the person prepared my driver lesson with my picture on it and were able to send it. That is the difference between country and a place. Liberia is a place. Liberia is the only place that I know that people will come from other Liberia. They will come in the U.S. and they will accord to the U.S. law. They will obey by it. When they will see red light, they will stop. But Liberia, they will see red light and pass.
There you go.
That is to tell you that JMB have a lot to do. From the one, JMB have a lot to do. Our database, our entire database system, need facing our entire database system and need overhauling or reorganizing it.
Okay.
Thank
you done?
Yeah, I mean there's nothing for me to be able to say. All I'm here to say is that Liberia is a place. Liberia is not a country. For us to be able to make Liberia a country,
the last time I said that thing here, AB, they hope
to debunk that, Abraham. Liberia is a country.
Liberia is a place.
Country has not been lucky to have the right leader to put on the right path.
That will make it a place.
So let me say this, right?
Okay. So Dr. Kevin, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, fellow panelists. What our brother just said is a view. His view is that Liberia is a place, but Liberia is a country actually, because we have a geographic location, and we have our own culture, our way of doing things. It's just that we don't have a good government now. So this is why we're anticipating a very good government. This is why on this show, and we are all making contribution to this thing. So talking on this trucking issue, we already understand that what is going on in our country in this election context. Now, if we look at Lofa County, what has happened there, it is because of the trap. There's a trap that in 3 locations, geographic locations, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea. So the failed politician has already failed in Moserado County, defeated by Abraham Dallon before in 2020. He had decided to move over to Lofa County, and he established, and these are the same kind of strategy they use to fool the people, try to build those kind of fake things, put light and other things like that for the people to vote him. He has succeeded, and they are making a representative also there. So what I want to speak to the people of Lofa now, this man have already won, but please, we are encouraging you to please go and vote number 1. Please vote Mr. Our old man, our father, Joseph Yuma Buaka, for a good governance, for our people to have future. And we also want to speak to the people of Grand Cape County. The men that are over there bring trucking going across and bringing people into Grand Cape County for voting. we are saying to you that these people are only doing these things because they do it for their own selfish goal. They want to benefit out of state resources. So to deprive you, in their interest to benefit, they want to deprive you of education. They want to deprive you of a good health system. They want to deprive you of your incentives that belongs to you. So you are, and what I'm saying is that they want to deprive you of what you're supposed to get as a citizen of Liberia. I beg you, my people, I beg you, people from Grand Cape County, please think within your conscience. Think what is good for you. Please go and vote according to what you don't think that one. They will give you the $20. They will give you the $50. You only eat it, and today, tomorrow, you don't have job. But if you have a job, you can be able to work and you earn something every month. The same thing goes to people in Lofa County. So I beg you, people Liberians, anywhere that you listen to this program, I ask that you will please do the right thing. And I encourage you, as you come, you listen to this program every time, to please share this program, and please make it your business. Even if you're tired, ask somebody else to listen to this program, and you can make a contribution by calling and giving us some comment in the comment section. I rest. Thank you, Mr. Kole.
Thanks a lot. Ami, let's hear from you.
Yeah, sure. So it is wrong, like everybody already said it. And I think what it does also is have, like Cindy said earlier, a district is trying to get rid of their representative because he's not performing, and then he brings over a whole truckload of people to vote for him. They're going back to their district and leaving those people who really truly lives in that district, leaving them vulnerable with that lawmaker that they didn't want anymore, because he brought in those people who were not who don't live in the district to vote, and they did. So that makes it even worse for them living in that situation with that lawmaker that they didn't want, because that's what makes it so bad. And then doing that also is bringing them from across from another country. It's just to a whole new skill, and it's wrong. It's wrong because we're in Liberia. Our people are going through all of this. You're in Sierra Leone or in Guinea. Things might be good with you, and you come forcing we are back on our people, and they're trying to get rid of them. How can this be right? You can tell, Anthony. You, even though people in Africa speak Kron and people in Liberia speak Kron, there should be some kind of distinct. There would be a little something there that would tell you the difference. It cannot be identical throughout. Something that would tell you the difference. The French, the English will be something that you can identify. If we can't use that, we can also use the birth certificate. But since we are not into the birth certificate thing, but you can tell the difference. And these people that are doing the registration, they do know the difference. But they're doing it on the order of those representatives and the lawmakers that they're working for them. So they do it because they know exactly what they're doing. It's not like it's so difficult for them to know, and they don't know. It's so hard to know. They know because when they bring in these people, they tell them, "Oh, I'm bringing in so people. I'm bringing in so amount of people for you to register them." And all these ID pictures they're taking going around, we are hearing too. They are doing it for those people to use it to be able to vote. That's what they're doing it. So it's orchestrated. It's not something that they just get up and doing it. It's well calculated. Trust me, they know what they're doing.
That's what you there. Mr. Colley, go ahead, sir. Take 2 minutes. You are muted. Can you unmute?
Thank you once again to everybody for sharing these sensitive issues that is killing our electoral process. But I want to go strictly to my people in Lofa County. Trucking is not part of our law. I want to speak to the people in Hembe. Please, this is the only opportunity we have in our lifetime. Make it your business to vote for Joseph Nyuma Boakai. The people in Bolahon, please make it your business to vote for Joseph Nyuma Boakai. Anybody who telling you that the CDC government is good for you They are not telling you the truth. They are lying to you. Let's change the CDC government and bring in a credible government that will take care of your education, that will take care of your agriculture, your roads, your health care. Joseph Numa Boakai is the only person who will bring us this change. You have seen your brothers and sisters who have gone to Monrovia. They all have gotten into drug issues. Please, this is the only opportunity you have. Let's go and vote for Joseph Numa Boakai to make him the next president of the Republic of Liberia. This will be my prayer to all of you whenever I appear on this station. Thank you, Spoon TV, for helping us to reach to our people. Please, please vote Joseph Numa Boakai.
Okay, thank you. So,
my man drinking gin.
No, that water the man drink you.
I said that gin.
Who drinking gin?
If that gin, I'll tell the man from the show right now. Listen.
I'm making gin and water.
No, Ture doesn't do that.
Yeah, man, I don't.
Let's.
Actually, right. You guys said it all, but my concern also goes to the immigration, right? They were paid. They are trained to be to the borders or whatsoever. To carry on a thorough check for who enter our country, be it who. But we just come here, we sugarcoat it, we say what we want to say. But end of the day, all those people, they are in cahoots. The immigration, the police, the lawmaker, the government, they all in cahoots to implement this identical evils that the Liberian people are rejected, but they keep forcing it on them. Why would you go in another country to bring people to vote in your country? And I can tell you for sure, if the opposition were doing those things, that time you hear say 4-5 political opposition in prison. You hear say the perpetrator or the facilitator, whosoever, all those people be in prison. But you know why? All the people doing the thing is they're in prison because the government hand in it. The government follow it. The lawmaker, I'm not disappointed in Thomas Fala. You know the reason Thomas Fala ran away from his own district and go way for to go wrong? To go
because he know he wouldn't win.
He went Lofa to run because he feared his people in your district. And when he went there, he took people to come vote for him. That is wrong. You force yourself on the people, which of course the people that even want you. It's against our democrats. But today, we'll sit down here today and say, okay, you know what, that was Shigoko. There's nothing about Shigoko. That's the reality. Those people need to get out of power. They will do everything. Let me conclude by they're calling me up, my man. I sat down here for almost 3 hours and I open my mouth.
Go ahead.
From the door now, then I get to 3
hours. 10 seconds. Go ahead.
All right, let me conclude by saying this. My Liberian people, y'all be vigilant. Y'all be your own vigilant. Well, do you know there was a organization they call vigilante group. We used to come out in the net and protect our community. Now you be your own vigilante person. Secure yourself. Do not sell your voting card to anybody. What they bring any money, don't do it. If they talk to anybody from, no, the people locking Somalia in Liberia.
Thank you.
People locking.
No, thank you.
They can hear you.
Thank you. Let's hold you there.
My man, I even conclude. You taking me from you. My man, I'll let it wait.
My man, we gotta go, man. We have some issues here, and we have
no
to.
No problem. I submit.
Shut down earlier. Soiree, just take 1 minute, sir.
Thank you. I think it's a good show, and I think it is very appalling at times to see politicians doing these things because it undermines the process of democracy in our country. But people eventually are trying to do these things because they have feel that people. But what we want to tell our people in short is, you should be very mindful. I heard one of the panelists talking about it is not a violation. The law talk about force. If forcibly carrying somebody from a particular location to another location. People are being influenced.
Is that an application of force?
It is a fool because people have been influenced by money. Nancy, it will shock you to believe that only people that are not even a certain stage should be chalked from here to go various countries. I mean, there are videos that I have on my computer now, I cannot display here now. But when you happen to see this thing, you would think a different thing in Liberia. But what we want to tell our people in short, this thing saying we have limited time is please be on the line. Please know that Liberia deserves better. We always say this thing because you are not doing this for just the token or the distance that you're covering. You're talking about 6 years to go again. So please understand that every vote or everything that you do where they affect your children to come another generation. So we
Thank
are
you.
speaking from our generation and another generation to come, not only what we are looking at currently. So let's look at these things like bring people, let's be careful ourselves and let's do what is better in the interest of our nations.
Thanks a lot, Soiree. We appreciate you. I want to say thanks to everyone on here tonight.
But we're not closing. I'm not supposed to close.
Yeah,
None of us did.
No, no, I'll close. We didn't close. What number one?
Nelson, I escaped 2 segments. 2 segments are in the back. At least I should get 30 seconds.
But
No, but there's no one.
Statement.
I think we all can close together and tell our Liberian people they need to vote.
No one did closing. No one did closing either.
Nobody closed. That's the same topic.
Oh, you don't want to give Nelson chance.
No one did closing. I will take just 5 calls on this topic. Let me take 5 calls, and then we will do 30 seconds each just to close.
Yeah.
I
believe that it should even be 20 seconds instead of.
Nelson, can I keep time, please, when we're doing that?
Yeah, you keep the time.
Maybe the last, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's not how it works.
yeah. So let's do this.
I think you got to take more calls from Labrador than the diaspora.
No. In fact, due to some issues here, I think we will just do our closing. So just do 30 seconds each.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
People that are downstairs, y'all go ahead.
Can I go first, Nelson?
Yeah. Sherry, Turi, rather, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, thank you for taking up your time to listen to us. They say freedom. Maybe Liberia is just a country where we take our freedom for granted. Or is that because we didn't suffer for it? Or is that because it was just given to us? I think that's what it is. Because if we actually fought for our freedom like the way people in places like Guinea, in Senegal, in Ghana, and other places, they don't take their electionary processes for granted. They don't. Because they understand what that freedom is, what those rights are. So please, nobody should buy your freedom for peanut change. Nobody do not sell your freedom for peanut money.
Thank you.
Amen.
And vote number 1.
Okay.
Amen.
So
who's next? Okay, let's take Cindy. Cindy, I have the timer on now. Go ahead. 20 seconds to close.
Liberian, thank you for listening to us. Nelson, thank you for the show. Let's do the right thing. Let's protect our country. Let's protect the future of our children, the generation ahead of us. Don't sell your voter registration card. Don't allow yourself to be moved from one district to another. May God bless us. May God bless the Republic of Liberia. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Wow, 21 seconds exact. Okay,
powerful
so
statement. Cindy,
a little over 20 seconds. Not bad.
My respect,
so let's
Cindy.
take,
That's a powerful
let's take
statement.
Anthony. Anthony, go ahead.
Imagine won't be the last. Tell her the last
want
person guy.
Anthony not getting the last year.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anthony, go ahead. Anthony, I'm saying you won't be the last one. Go ahead, Chief. The floor is yours.
At this moment, the runoff election is not about 50+1. It's about majority vote. 1 vote can make the difference. 2 votes or 3 can make the difference. You need to be moderate. You need to be welcoming. You need to reach out to people. This is not about arrogance now. This is not about bustering now. This is about reaching out to everyone.
Who's being arrogant here? Who's being arrogant in this process?
It's about the people who saying you already in the opposition. You no longer in the
My
runoff.
man,
Just
we
join the other
start
people.
from the head, not the
How
tail.
is that arrogant?
Just say your own
You're
thing.
just so personal.
No, guys,
Yeah, but that need a brother doing a closing.
Let
So,
the brother.
Thank you so much. Anthony have to start over, guys. Because you're taking over.
Out of
Anthony,
contradiction. That's
Anthony,
all.
go ahead.
My
Anthony,
time
go
back.
ahead.
My 20 seconds
And you-
starts now.
Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead.
Liberia is a country that every Liberian has a right to express his or her own opinion and express his or her own choice to vote for any political candidate. However, we have Kwesi and Jorobo in our options now in the Henry Costa voice.
Okay. Thank
Today,
you, sir.
Reach out to every Liberian.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Reach
sir.
out to every person that you want, either to take your Kwesi or to take your Jorobo.
But
Don't be
okay.
arrogant about it.
Thank you.
We will congratulate.
Thank you. Let's take Hessen. Mr. Cody, go ahead. Let's hear you.
My focus, you will all realize, is on my people in Low-Fat County. And I want to say my final thing in my dialect. Why would Glango Hembe? Why would Glango Lukabe? Why would Glango Kulaho? Neo one and a Wupele. No fear, we are Poanga, Jowia, Longa, Novanda Wuhawa. I wouldn't vote here, Waka Hawa, Joseph Waka Longa, Nui, Ahambo Vanga, Duahubande, Vanga Farm Bate, Vanga Play, Vanga Salivere, Vanga Screw, Muhawa. I will vote Joseph Waka Hawa. Uvle Hale, Nan Witahu, Neo one and a will vote Joseph Waka ye. Upele, Gangu Hule, Gangu Halo,
Thank you, sir. Okay, so let's try to do our closing in the 20 seconds. So we will take Raymond. Raymond, you just coming in. Just do your closing quickly. 20 seconds.
And I want to agree with my brother Anthony. If we mean so well for this country, to whom greater is given, greater is expected. United Party is in the second round with the nightmare, the tyrant. So if United Party must rescue this country, she needs every hand on deck. Reach out to everyone. To win the first round of campaign, some feelings got hurt. And it takes the bigger person to say, never mind.
Thank you.
It says Sarah can bust trousers. So all of us that represent the rescue train, let's tell them, never mind. Let's welcome them on board and we all can build Liberia together. Remember, Senator Barra said, think Liberia, love Liberia, and together, let's build Liberia. Anthony, please welcome on board. Let's build Liberia. Thank you.
Amen.
Shirley, please go ahead.
I was today, you agree with each other.
Guys,
let's talking. But thank you so much to just be on here, my Liberian people. Thank you for taking your time to just come and listen to us. Most of us have things to do. Like the brother said, he had to be at church, but he was here to speak to you. Do the right thing. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one else is watching you. Do not sell your voting card to anyone. You will get to feed your family for that few seconds, but think about your children's future. You need to invest in their future by voting number one. Number one. You can do it, Liberian.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shirley. Let's hold you there. And then we'll take Abi. Abi, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, to all my friends and brothers that live in our country, that I call place, I will ask everyone to vote number one. Vote number one for better future. Vote number one for the uplifting of our place now that will be called country. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Abi did this thing just in 20 seconds. Dr. Kelvin, let's hear you, sir.
Thank you very much to everyone that on this panel tonight and to the Liberian people that are listening to us. I want to encourage you to please vote. Go and vote Joseph Newman Boaka for a good country. For those in Lofa, please consider voting for Joseph Newman Boaka, and for those in Grand Cape County, please consider voting for Joseph Newman Boakai and for Grand Bassa County and Bon County. Please consider voting for Joseph Newman Boakai. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Amy?
Yes. To all my Liberian people, my Bassa people. Don't get me started without Bassa. I'm not even gonna start, but let me just tell you. No, thank you.
Moravia Bassa there.
Thank you.
Do it,
Amy, do it.
The Texas send you appreciate it. Send you appreciate it.
Your money very slow in speak Bassa.
Eu venho ni Bassa nyumbe. Be for JMB. Vote for JMB, number 1 on the ballot. Come on November 7th. And don't mind what other people tell you. Anthony, you are welcome on the train. You're our brother. We love you. Leno, Gonglo, Cummings, Alco, all opposition parties. Come, let's do this. Let's do this for Liberia. We're all doing this for Liberia. Never mind what we said to each other. It was the heat was on, and we all just said things that we wanted to say. We didn't mean to. Let's do that for our country and not for individuals that are doing it for themselves. And now they're going out there parading like what they said before is different now. Don't listen to them. That's their own personal interest. They wanted to get it, they didn't get it. And now they want to come here and tell you difference. Let's do it for Mama Liberia, not for JMB, not for anybody else. Let's get this nightmare out of our country. Come November 7th, number 1. Vote number 1, JMB. Thank you.
It's time to buy your one-way ticket back to Liberia.
Amy, so you got to practice it again.
What kind of simple Bassa you were speaking
here? Speak the Bassa because you get exposed to certain men and American Bassa.
What kind of simple Bassa you were speaking?
My man, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, nothing much to say. We said it all about it. Only thing I can tell my people, let it vote JMB. Number 1, vote JMB, and your problem will be solved. You'll get company. You'll get
wait.
Mama,
all that problem is this what you
no, but listen. Listen now. For JMB, right? Listen to my English. For JMB, right? You will get what? Job. Many companies will come in because they trust the government.
Investor will come in.
Investor will come in and the security sector. Look, before we close, right? Let me just conclude on this.
My man, we already close.
I know, man. Yeah, I know now. I agree. But let me
you know what I'm supposed to do. Let me recommend
something. Let me conclude. My man, let me conclude.
More time to speak on the show.
My man, let me conclude.
The man is Anthony,
I'll put you backstage. I'll put you backstage, Anthony.
You ain't got nobody over there.
I'll put you foot in it, man.
Like I say, it's like the new always go to prison. Like I say, I'm gonna bastard.
Gentlemen, y'all good night. See you.
Yeah, but let me conclude, right? Let me go bigger. Let me conclude. I'll conclude my bigger. Listen,
if you know,
people will listen. Listen, people will list other factors, right? When it comes to investor coming in the country, but I can name you maybe 3 or 4 that will bring investor and we got a security, we got current in the country, good governance, and you know, yeah.
Okay.
It's not gonna be easy, people. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be 1, 2, 3. But he's gonna start
get a lot of investors.
We appreciate it.
People volunteer to come.
You got a meal in the comment section. You got a meal.
Thanks a lot to you, Dr. Ishmael.
Vote number 1. Don't share your voting card, please.
Why, Anthony?
I'll stop interrupting. So I want to say thank you, Dr. Kelvin. Thank you, Raymond. Sandy, thanks for being here again. Thanks to you, Anthony. Anthony started as a disruptor, but now he has adapted.
I'm very proud of my brother. Yes.
The mess. I don't know how to say this, but thank you, Anthony.
Every
thanks for joining us as well. And so, maybe you're gonna have your show tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my show tomorrow. So anyone want to be part? I mean,
yeah, you guys can join AB tomorrow. AB show will be on. I'm hoping to chip in some other time when I can. And AB show is on Liberia Today.
Media, Liberia Today media.
We'll be
Right?
on tomorrow, cousin Noise.
Thanks a lot. And
Make some noise, make some noise.
Shirley,
Make some noise, make some noise.
AB. Sorry, Moba, you keep disrupting. What? Moba was not on the show for 1 week.
See, what was in that cup? What was in that cup?
You know what?
Juice
for some reason is like.
My man, let me tell you, my juice, I can drink. I'm looking at that coconut.
They making drink.
I hope Moba is not mixing that juice with something else.
No.
Because whenever Moba comes on the show with that juice,
I don't drink. I don't drink.
To distract everyone on the show.
You read my wish list. I don't drink. You read my wish list. I don't drink.
All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
My cousin again.
He's allergic to sugar. He's allergic to sugar.
We'll drop the link in it.
But Nelson, Nelson, thank you, man. What did they
okay, one announcement.
Brothers supporting brothers, man. That was.
I said she can come on the show today.
That was nice.
Okay, right. Those who, all the new people that just joined the show, right?
Molva, not for this show. Molva, not for this show.
No. That's not group chat. I'm talking about the group chat for this show that we're talking about.
No, Molva, we can do it in the chat group.
But who? I'm talking about the people who not join the group chat, so we can get our number and join, and try to add into the group chat because we got a lot of things to discuss.
Yeah. And secondly, everyone who want to be part of the show tomorrow, I will drop the link.
Yeah, but I don't know. I have one number in the comment section. But what we do, Nessie, please put your WhatsApp number up. Yeah, okay, good. Then Nessie will send a number to me and I will add you to the group chat. All the people who like want to join, I will add them. Just send a number to Nessie. I will add you tonight. And that's the people.
This has your number in the private chat. Check the private chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll add it.
All right, gentlemen.
Hey,
gentlemen, thank you.
I love all of you guys.
Nelson, thank you so much.
All of you.
So that's the WhatsApp. I want to say thanks to everyone, man. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate you.
Yeah, that was a beautiful show.
Having a great show.
My sister Amy kept rolling her eyes when I speak.
Well, Anthony, let me say that the transform Anthony is a better guy.
Yeah.
Anthony is a better guy.
You know,
the number, please. Put the screen. The number you give on the screen.
Good night.
Thank you very much. And maybe thank you.
Okay, so folks, they will come your way again. That's how I would like to end up on the late night show right here on Spoon 107.5 FM. We've been live on Fabric 101.1 FM and Super 95.5 FM as well. Also on Facebook, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV all on Facebook. And on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. Thanks a lot. My name is Nelson Colette. The next time we bring you this show will be on Monday night. Until then, have for yourselves a good night. And bye-bye for now.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, Stanton with the spoon, and your boy, right at the Southern Band, Charges on the beat.